Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Man, feels good. Feels good to be in here with y'all tonight. I told y'all we was going to get it rolling, didn't I? Coach Sheldon Harrison back with Women's MMA, my strong points, my strong suit. This is what it is, guys. Okay? This is what it is. We're on the Women's MMA tip. And guys, you know, we'll get a combat sports panel going. Y'all know how we do. Okay, y'all know how we do. And some of the panel is pre-planned, so, and I'm keeping a consistent panel going. It is what it is. I just got off the Smoke City Mobcast. Boy, I've been on everything today. And the coach means he's been on a lot of different venues today. I'm telling you, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Yeah, it's time to work hard though. It's time to work hard. You know? I gotta do what I do when I do it. Y'all understand. But guys, we're gonna have some talk. Okay, we're gonna talk about a couple of things. Definitely got a couple of people that's just losing their darn mind, like the Bojnagleczyks of the world. Okay, like Bojnagleczyk is losing their mind, and I think all because of you guys. I think y'all done turned Bojnagleczyk into who she is. It wasn't me. I wasn't the one picking on Bojnagleczyk. It was all of y'all picking on her, you know? And that's what y'all was doing. You guys were picking on Bojnagleczyk, okay? We're going to talk about a lot of miscellaneous things today, guys. The sport of women's MMA, it's been a little dry. You know, it's been a little dry lately because it ain't been no fights, you know? But, you know, that's going to change. You know, it's going to change when the fights happen, and then we can get on here. And, you know, we can talk our junk like we do on this channel. We talk junk, okay? And I appreciate the people. Guys, please don't get it twisted. I appreciate all of you guys that, you know, you guys do support my channel. You know, you guys are not secretly hating, you know, or just doing stupid stuff. Like, you know, it's a lot of people doing, you know, okay? And, you know, it is what we is. Hold on, Deal Town. That's the legendary Deal Town. I'm on a podcast right now, Deal Town. Okay? I'm on a podcast, bruh. Let me see. Let me communicate with him on a. The coach can't spell tonight. The legendary Deal Town, y'all. Y'all don't even know who the legendary Deal Town is, but I think y'all better get to know who the legendary Deal Town is. Okay, that's right. But folks, you know, here go the thing, man. Here go the thing. When we talk women's MMA, you know, it's been a lot of stuff going on, y'all. It really has. And, you know, we've been pushing a lot of topics, guys. I mean, we've been pushing so many topics, and we've been getting so much stuff done on this channel. So, folks, you know what? It is what it is. But we're going to keep giving that heat. We're going to keep giving people that heat. That's what we do. Okay? And I'm getting everything set up, guys. I'm getting everything set up. I'm getting the phone line set up. And I'm ever so trying to evolve this channel, guys. I'm working on the phone lines now. You know, trying to get the phone lines, you know, better, you know, trying to do everything better, you know. Had a couple of mishaps today, but you know, it is what it is, you know. Okay, guys, now I can see the comment section. There's 9 of y'all in here. Okay. Alright, Percy Cordova. Alright. Terrell Esau, what's up, man? George Page, what's up? Throwing us under the bus. No. Okay. Alejandro Chavez Murga. Amanda's a coward. God, dog. He done came in firing. Shots fired. Shots fired. Yep, that's what's been going on. Shots fired. Okay. Yeah, man. You know, I appreciate you guys that, you know, you definitely, you know, y'all come on and you support the channel. There's been a lot of people, man, that, you know, they'll come and, you know, they act like that they really support this channel, but, you know, in the back end, you know, they're hating or they're doing some other stuff. And you know what? I always wonder, you know, ain't nothing to hate on. I mean, this channel is small. You know, you got so many people like Luke Thomas, and you got all these other people, man, that they're doing so much more in MMA. They're doing 1,000 times more, but I don't know, man. It's this channel, you know. Maybe I strike a nerve with people, man. Maybe I'm good at striking nerves and pissing people off, you know. Yeah, all right, I had to do a sound check, guys. I'm not listening to myself talk. I did a sound check, okay? But, yeah, it is what it is, guys. So, I got some lengthy topics that we got going on today. I got some lengthy topics, and guys, we're gonna get it in. Okay, so my whole thing is, and I just been looking at interviews and, just social media accounts, and my thing is Chris Cyborg, is she literally going to leave MMA soon? Okay, is she gonna leave MMA soon? And I sat back and I'm thinking, you know what? I think Chris Cyborg may be leaving MMA soon after she fights. Well, the Megan Anderson fight is not gonna happen anymore. Okay, we know the Megan Anderson fight ain't going down no more. Because Megan got her ass beat by Holly Holm. So that fight ain't happening no more. Okay? Um, we know that Holly Holm don't want to fight Cyborg again, which that's understandable. She fought Cyborg already. You know what? She already proved that she wasn't scared. It's cool. Holly Holm don't want to do it again. I don't blame her. I wouldn't get in there again with Chris Cyborg. If I went the distance, I'll let it go because she get in there again, Cyborg will be on a mission to knock Holly out. Like Chris will be on a mission to knock her out, and I think the beating will be even worse. Okay? I just, I don't know, man. I think Chris, and I kind of agree with you, Percy. I agree with you, man. I think she's bored. I think Christiane Cyborg, I think she's bored. I think she's overly bored. I think that, in the whole midst of all of this, I think she just want to go off and do other stuff. Man, and I think she feel like those opponents that's coming up, the new girls that's coming through tough, Chris don't think them girls can be any match for her, and they not. Don't none of them girls, man. Can't none of them girls beat Cyborg, okay? Stylistically, even the ones that I've been hyping up and I've been saying they good, they can't beat Chris Cyborg, okay? I already know. I know a whole lot about the technical things, man. I know. They can't beat Chris, okay? And a lot of those girls, they're gonna get knocked out in the first round, maybe the second round, okay? But, I guess the division will, still live on. I guess the division will live on. I guess it will. Okay? It just might. I mean, it is what it is. But I know that these people can't beat Chris. Okay? They can't beat Chris. They can't deal with her. They just can't. But, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now, folks. If she leaves, if Chris Cyborg leaves abruptly, okay? If she leaves abruptly, then, I'm going to be pissed off. As a Chris Cyborg fan, I'm going to be pissed off. And then, I don't want any of you Cyborg detractors coming on here talking about, yeah, coach, good video, coach, yeah. Because I'm talking about Cyborg, because you think that I'm bashing Cyborg. Don't come on here because I'm not listening to you, okay? I'm not listening to some of you dudes, okay? I'm not listening to y'all. Don't come to me, good video. I'm not listening, okay? Because all you guys, oh man, I listen to Ed Harris III because I know Ed Harris was already a Cyborg fan. If Ed Harris III say, hey, I'm upset, I'm going to listen to him because he was legitimately a Cyborg. He was right there with me. We were battling trolls and handling death threats. Me and Ed Harris III side by side, we was right there taking on them challenges. We took all them challenges, okay? And I'm telling you now. And people say, Coach, when you going to interview Cyborg? I tell you what, Ray Ellaby going to get back to me because, hey, we put up with a lot of on this channel because of Cyborg. We put up with a lot of stuff, okay? We had her back, most of us. We had our back. Gavin, I'm going to tell you, man, it wasn't just battling trolls, man. I'm talking about, nah, you had some real live dogs, man, that was, that was communicating death threats, man, okay? I mean, honestly, you had some real live dogs. They was communicating death threats, man. I'm talking about over this past year. Look, in 2018 alone, I done had 42 death threats on this channel. 42. And I'm not even at 10,000 subs yet. That ought to tell you, okay? Like, I've had 42 death threats in the year of 2018. 42. That's a lot. It's a lot of death threats. That's a lot of people telling you they're going to kill your ass for your opinion. It just is. 42. And I think some of those people probably may have been the same person with a different account, But, it's cool. I got Coach Junior. I'm good. We good. Okay? We good. I don't think, Mary, I agree. Okay, I don't think Cyborg is ducking anybody, Mary. I don't. Okay, I don't think Cyborg is ducking a single soul. I doubt it. Okay, I seriously and legitimately doubt that she would duck anybody. Okay, but I just want to see her fight some fresh meat. Oh God, did I say that? Yes, I did. Okay, I said I want to see Cyborg fight fresh meat. I sure did. Good hot diggity dog. I ought to be slapped for this. I need to be slapped for that. Okay, I just want to see her fight opponents that are not afraid. You know, I want her to fight opponents that they're not afraid. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want Cyborg in there with some live dogs. You know, some opponents that they're gonna come and they're gonna put the fight. They're gonna take the fight to Cyborg. They're gonna do what they have to do to make this thing a legitimate fight. That's what I want to see. Okay, and I think we should see him. Okay, I think we should. I think we should see him. Guys, I've been putting a lot of work, man. We're gonna get it, and soon, one day soon. Ray Ellaby, I know you listen to the channel, bro. You need to answer your messages, man. Cris is on a down period. It's time for the interview. Okay, that's just how it is. It is time for the interview. It's time for it to happen. Okay, it's time. I mean, you know, we've been patient. We've been patient on this channel long enough. We have. And you know what we gonna do? You know how we do. We do what we do when we do it. Okay. But yeah, man. Me and Ed Harris III, we have been pushing Cyborg hard. Okay. We've been pushing Cyborg hard, very very hard. And there's no opponents. You know, ain't no opponents. Okay, ain't no opponents. So yeah, I can see she bored. Those ladies, they can't beat her. Okay. It's levels to this. And I always say the words that there are levels to this stuff. They can't beat Cyborg. Josette Cotton would be a good fight, but she can't beat Cyborg. Okay? Can't do it. Cindy Dandois, not a chance. I like Cindy Dandois, not a chance. I'm a Dandois fan, not a chance. Okay? Not a chance. I'm just trying to tell you. That's just how it is. Okay? Cyborg, you know, I need Cyborg to come on here and explain. I need her to come on and explain. But I got to get my interview equipment, though. Now this new software does interviews. So now I'm trying to figure out the interview. And it's crazy, man. Because my interview today went a little crazy, but it was still a great interview with Hannah Gabriels. Man, we had so much fun. You know, Hannah prayed. I mean, man, it was great. Hannah Gabriels was on the Coach's Show. The Coach's Show live. Yeah, that's what it was, guys. But I'm back home now. Women's MMA. I've been doing a lot of boxing, but I'm back home. Okay? All right, we're going to get the panel going. My man George Page, Mary Thomas, if y'all free, if y'all want to come in, please come in, okay? We can't do a live panel without the panel, okay? If Guitar Babe will show up, then we get Guitar Babe. That's the panel, guys. We're going to get the panel going, okay? Moderators, be prepared, okay? Be prepared. The trolls, they're going to come in, but you know what to do. Ask them, okay? These guys, they're going to come in and start, just put them out of there, okay? See, on this channel, we destroy trolls. We kill them at the site, okay? Do I have an Instagram? Yeah, I do. I don't use it much. I'm like Mary Thomas. Okay, I don't use it very much. And to be honest, I'll tell you what, Gavin, you hit me up, man. It's a few of y'all that follow me on Facebook, and I don't do a whole lot of that either because, you know, I get like these extreme trolls that, you know, they'll follow me and then they start like communicating threats, you know. Like seriously, they'll communicate it through Messenger. And I'm like, you know, this one dude, I told him last week, I said, yo, I said, if you really want it, hey, you know, come on. I gave him a time, meet me at this place, man. And I told him, let's get this thing cracking. Let's go. Let's get it on. So, Gavin, you know, here go the thing, man. I'll do it. Just hit me up on Facebook. You know, just let me know who it is. And then, you know, you and I can talk, okay? We'll talk behind the scenes, okay? Okay, that's what we'll do. And Mr. Bennett, they don't have a voice on this channel, okay? I own them. I tell them what to say because the comments don't come through unless we approve them. So I shut them down. They don't have a voice. They can have a voice. If they want to come on here and live debate, they can. I'll debate them. I'll debate them trolls live. If they want to call in on a toll-free number, you know what? The coach will debate them. The coach will debate them, and the coach will smack the yellow right off their teeth. That's what the coach will do. Okay, we got Mary Thomas sitting up in here. What's up, Mary Thomas? We going in today.
Nothing much, just a little puzzle about the whole Cyborg thing. I don't know why people feel like just because Cyborg leaves an organization that she needs to get work. I mean, she's been talking about how she's interested in boxing because UFC is being shitty, and she's been had an interest in striking combat sports. So now that she wants to go back to it, all of a sudden it should be a problem. And I don't know, like
Well,
that's just weird to me.
I think you and Ed Harris III need to get that off y'all chest. I think you and Ed Harris III, y'all need to get it off your chest. Hey, you know what? If y'all want to go, y'all want to go head to head with a debate, that'll be great. I'll moderate the crap out of it. I'll be unbiased too.
Mhm.
Because Mary, you make some strong points. Ed Harris III makes some strong points. You know, only if y'all can keep the cussing down to a minimum. I know, Mary, you gonna say so. I know, Mary, I know it's coming. You know, Yeah. Last night you did better, Mary. Yesterday you did better. Okay. Um,
So,
I mean,
so she,
yes,
so
you
she has to
did.
make it like a. You had to make make it a ready R panel with Mary and Ed.
Oh boy, here come George Page. Here you go. It's gonna start at rated R, y'all. Then it's gonna go to rated X, triple X. That's what George gonna get us into. No, no. Hey, okay, real quick, Mary, tell everybody where to find you at.
For right now, just find me on YouTube. My first video will be up by the end of this week or next week, like within that time frame. So, yeah, I mean, right now, YouTube's the only thing I'm using. So you just find me at Mary Thomas. It'll
Okay,
most likely have the same picture as this. So, yeah,
and real quick, Mary, what do you do if a simp decides to follow you? What would you do about that?
a simp. Well, you know what? As long as he's not trying to impose his simp ways on the other commentators, he can keep his simp shit to himself.
Oh,
It kind of doesn't. As
Uh,
long as it's
be the
not,
shade.
he's not trying to push it, you know.
oh man, Guitar Babe, I have already sent you out the link. I sent the link before you even thought about coming on, Guitar Babe, because we got to get it in, okay? And let me know Ed Harris the third, Mary. If you want to debate Ed Harris the third, you can. It'll be a good debate because he's definitely pretty strong. You guys are y'all got strong opinions, so yeah, it'll be a great debate. I think you guys will do well. We ain't had no
Yeah,
debates on here in a long time.
yeah,
It's been a hot minute
be the
since we done
head.
had some debates. You know what though? I gotta say though. I'm gonna be disappointed. I'm gonna be disappointed with Cyborg if she go to boxing and don't fight some of these young talent. I know she bored. I know that she thinks that she'll go in there and snuff these people. I know that she'll do it. But I just want to see the
Exactly.
fights. I got to see the fights. And if she leave and don't come back, I'm gonna be a little upset about that. I'm not gonna give her work though. I'm not gonna give her work because I'm still a fan. Okay. And because she believes that she's making a career decision, I'm good with that, but I'm gonna be pissed off about it. Okay, I'm gonna be pissed, and that's just the way that is. It's just the way that is.
What what's
But
that
think
since you?
about it though, Coach. I mean, she been in the UFC, right? They haven't been promoting her too well, and they obviously don't like her as much. So it's like, okay, she's been there and she has been trying and she's been doing striking combat sports, and then she's in here, and because they didn't bother to open up no featherweight division because Megan Anderson wasn't there or whatever, then they were feeding Cyborg just these frauds, and she's just, I don't know. I feel like maybe she's just sick and tired of it. Maybe she's sick and tired with the UFC to the point where she doesn't even care if they want to repent now. Like it's just too late. My mind's already made up. You guys should have really freaking did it when you had the chance to. And it's like now I feel like you're just, maybe it's just the pity bone they're throwing towards her. They're just like, first we got to walk all over you before we give you what you really deserve. I don't know. That's
Okay.
one way I see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, um, yeah, I see that. I disagree with you on one point, Ed. Not you, Mary. I don't think Chris Cyborg is the most heavily promoted female. I think it's Holly Holm. Okay, and it's pretty evident with all the damn title shots that she keep getting. Okay. with all the stupid title shots that she keep getting. It's making it hard for me to, and people, well, you're picking on Holly. I'm not picking on Holly. I'm sick of y'all dudes saying that crap. I'm not picking on her. I'm just tired of all the opportunity that Miss Home continues to get in the sport of women's MMA. That's all.
It kind of go. It kind of to me. It kind of goes back when she was boxing because she mostly fought out of Albuquerque. She rarely ever fought out of Albuquerque. And then she mostly got, she took advantage of the situation, being that she was most loved. When she fought Sophie Mathis that first time, the referee when she was getting her just being on the pillar of the post of that ring, the referee should have stopped it right then. And that's what it was. That he was just saying, okay, she's the town favorite, gave her a chance, but she was getting beat bad, and that fight should have been stopped. One point when she's laying on the ropes and she's like, and he just, no. That referee's I think he's the father of if she dies, Yamasaki. Yeah.
Man, look.
But
you know what?
But
look, man. Here go my thing, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just put it to y'all like this. Look, I didn't make all these videos. I didn't handle all these death threats. I took them death threats on the chin. I took all of them on the chin. And my man said, you better be careful with these trolls. Look, I ain't worried about no damn trolls. Look, anybody want to roll up on the coach, I can guarantee you, okay? I can guarantee you, me, Coach Junior, me and Excalibur, and I'm going to tell you, we're going to close the door, we're going to cut the lights off, and I'm going to lock the door. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say. Without incriminating myself, that's just what's going to happen, okay? So I ain't worried about no trolls. But I'm saying the fact that we been here, really, really speaking up like, look, they need to get this division going. We need this division. We got to have this division. And now the division here, and it's like, okay, you think about leaving. No. It's not time to go. You're gonna have to dominate your presence within that division. Then you get out and go. Okay? That's what I want. Okay? That's what I want. Because see, I'm sick of that, man. Nah, I made too many videos, man. Dealing with racists, dealing with trolls, everything.
Yeah, but Coach, she got to think about her future. I understand you support her, but she's sitting there. She's remember when she did the thing ESPN for that was a 360 where she nearly killed herself trying to make Bantam, and she was not Bantam. And then
she killed herself trying to make 140 pounds at a catch weight.
Yeah, and then there's opponents out there that want to fight her, but UFC is too stuck in the mud because they're not no beauty queens, they're not no models or anything. But these are actual fighters who want to fight Cyborg.
Okay,
and they don't want to put money in and hire him.
I understand all that. I get it. I get that. That's what it is. But what I'm trying to express to you, okay, and what I'm trying to explain is that put too much doggone work into helping push this whole narrative, man. And I'm not saying that it's this channel with all of us, we're like the main reason why they're pushing Cyborg. But I think they heard some of these videos. I think the UFC heard some of these videos because isn't it kind of funny? We talk about a division of women who we think need to be in a tough house, and guess what? Those same women in the tough house. Hey, we talk about how profitable a featherweight division can be, and I list names, and then all of a sudden, and then we all hype it up, and guess what? Now they talking about making the division, like getting it to come to fruition. Remember? I mean, see, we were there like 18 months ago. We was talking about all of this stuff, and sometimes the fans do got to have a voice. It can't be, well, I'm gonna do what I want to do. No, you got damn fans, okay? You have fans that's putting money in your pocket. They buying your pay-per-views, okay? They're promoting you. They're talking about you on live streams, and I think we are the only community here. On this channel, we're the only community that's literally we do this for the women of women's MMA. We have a live stream, okay, and we're talking about just the women. We're not even putting any men in this live stream, okay? I'm just telling you, I took a big hit. My boxing crowd, they just totally lost confidence in me now. So I said, nope, I'm gonna go on and do this. I'm gonna do this, okay? And I don't care. I don't care my boxing crowd, they lose confidence in me. I don't care if they don't watch me anymore. I'm going to do this because this is the right thing to do. And to completely just say, well, I'm going to do this and leave your fans, nah, I ain't trying to hear it because we've been there taking the bullets, okay? We've been there taking the bullets. We've been on the front line, okay? We've been on the front line. It's been us. Okay? Leave a comment, somebody call you out your name. I mean, how many times that's done happen, Mary? How many times that's done happen, George? You know, you leave a comment because you got something positive to say about this woman, but then everybody and their mama want to attack you. I mean, come on. Nah, man. No more.
Oh,
No more. I'm going in tonight. I'm going in.
I
Easy
said,
way.
Coach, I can say in frustration, but like I said again, she has to think about what she wants because she knows UFC is not going to support her. Now they see that she's making money, they're trying a little harder now. You know, and she's a fighter. She wants to see what's the next thing for her to do. And if she don't petition for her, like she beat up Yana. She had a fight with Holly Holm. She's gonna knock her out. She saw that Megan wasn't worth the time. Jermaine Duranami, she's run away from her. Tanya Everger, her fight, she's still recovering. She still hadn't fought since that fight. And
She got
and even
injured
though
again in
if any of
training, though.
those,
That's what happened to
yeah,
Tanya got injured again in training.
yeah. And then you got these tough girls coming in, and she's probably already weighed and measured. Like, remember the movie Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger say you have been weighed, you measured, and you found how I said it unwilling or something like that. And that's how it is. She's just looking at options. She probably won't mind fighting a couple of the girls, but then she feels like she has no real competition. If she can knock them out in the first round or submit them, or feel like she doesn't know, like right now, people talk about Kayla Harris, but I don't think Kayla Harris is going to be a real threat.
Man, I don't want to
By
talk
the
about
time
no
she
darn
gets,
Kay. Ain't talking about no darn Kayla Harrison. Talking about no darn another hype job. We ain't talking about no Ronda Rousey 5.0. Might want to talk about no darn Kayla Harrison. That darn Kayla Harrison, man.
oh my God.
man, take it easy, coach. Take it easy. It's just a name I put out. All right. It's just a name. Just a name.
Right.
All right. All right. Yeah. So take my handball. So it's okay. But like I said, it's just she has to wait and think about it. Like you see someone like Cecilia Brackets, who's undefeated, and that's a real challenge for her. And boxing, even though women's boxing is not as popular as it should be, like it is with women MMA, she wants to take maybe take a little side step. Like when she fought Jojo Bars a few years ago, she took a little side step, and then she went back. She came back to women MMA, and and I know you wanted to don't want to mention him, but we all know, if they can do that with that crazy Mick that threw the dolly, they fight Money Mayweather. Why can't they do it with her? She can probably bring more fans to the sport, and plus get a nice payday for herself.
Right, sure. Listen, man. Listen. Now, okay. All that sounds good. All that sounds
Mm-hmm.
good, but no, that's fantasy land. Listen, okay?
Mm-hmm.
She need to get in there, okay? And I don't care what she do, but she better get in there and help the division, push it along, beat up a couple of people, okay? Beat up some people, beat them into a bloody pulp, then leave. Don't leave them hanging. Nope. Don't try to be the overseer or the mentor of the group. No, I want you in there beating people up. Okay. I know that sounds bad. It does, but that's what I want. Okay.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't sound bad.
I want her in there beating up people. Like, what do you mean? Oh, you gonna lead a
Oh
division?
man.
Wait, no. We're not leaving a division. No, Cyborg. Absolutely not. We are not leaving that division. You can forget it. I'm not trying to hear that. Nope. Because, I don't mind going to bat for a coach.
Coach,
Okay? I don't mind
coach,
going to
you
bat
wanna
for.
know the
What? Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
you wanna know the number one assholery that finally gave me that last message of what's really about to happen here is that the only other legit featherweight out there that Cyborg was supposed to fight besides Duraname, who's somewhere under a rock with Nico Montano, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Oh, no.
Anderson.
I got some more news on Nicco
And
after you done. Go ahead. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
when
Go
they
ahead.
when they booked her, it wasn't even against Cyborg. And these whole ass years, like all these years, when they scheduled it twice and Negan pulled out, and now Cyborg is supposed to, guess what? It's not Cyborg, and it's like the one featherweight that Cyborg could have fought to shut all these fans up, yet again had to get shafted because somebody had to give a little pretty blonde preacher's daughter another fight that she shouldn't even have no business doing. You know, it's just like that one validation that was going to start with it. The UFC yet again screws her out of another thing with it, and I feel like that's all that's going to happen. So like, yes, I agree with you. She should stay. Like, I feel like she could tough it out, but we can't blame her if she does leave. You know, we can't blame her if
Can't
because
blame her.
she at some point she does still have the right to do that after all that happened. I'm with you. Like, I hope she stays, but it's like we can't even blame her if she doesn't. You know.
Okay, now my man
And
Dennis
like,
Espinoza, he's in the comment thread. Dennis, what's going
yo,
on, man? How you doing,
Dennis.
Dennis?
Hey, I'd be. Hey, first I want to say good work on the interview with Hannah Gabriels. That was cool. I came back and listened to it. Thanks.
Hey, thanks, man. I'm trying to improve that interview process, man. I've been working on it, man. I'm working on it, and it's
Little by
been,
little by little, you'll polish it up more and more and more, man. Just a matter of time.
yeah, man. Yeah, I'm pissed because I got
You're
OCD,
putting,
and if it's not like exactly
you're
how I want
putting,
it, I get ticked off, man. I get real ticked off.
that's what'll make you good. That OCD, you pull it off. I'd be pissed at the UFC. I wouldn't be irritated at Cyborg. They got to get her that work. She was ready to fight in July. Dana had promised Nunes versus Cyborg before the Nunes Pennington fight. Um, I don't blame her at all. They can't get her that work, and I really want to see Cyborg fight someone that's competitive with her because we haven't seen the best of Cyborg yet. No one's pulled the best out of her. We got a hint of that in the Jorina Bars fight, where she was coming back and figuring it out. She was putting it together by the end of the fight, but we haven't seen the best of Cyborg. And what's going to bring out the best in her is someone that gives her more competition. And so I would like to see that. I hope I see. Hope we all see that because she has a lot of skills she hasn't shown yet, and no one she hasn't had to. Right? She hasn't had the competition. So I'd be more irritated with the UFC. And maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe I'm too much of a conspiracy guy. But I think that Dana is still kissing Rousey's ass, and the bigger he doesn't want a cyborg, and probably Rousey doesn't want cyborg to get so big that it just leaves her totally in the dust. Not that she's not in the dust now, but I can see her being vindictive and still kissing Dana's butt and manipulating him.
Wait a minute. I mean, you talking about lousy Rousey? I mean, are you
Well,
talking about
yeah,
Ronda
because
Drowsy? Ronda
her and
Drowsy
White,
lousy?
her and White are buddies, man. They're still buddies.
Man, look,
Yeah,
Ronda
he,
Lousy Drowsy is a nobody now. Well, she's not a nobody, but she's irrelevant now. She's irrelevant in the UFC. Miss
uh,
She's
Drowsy,
irrelevant. She's irrelevant to MMA, but she still could have Dana's ear.
yeah, yeah, she can have.
and
She,
plus she's the one that she was really the one
yeah,
who put women's UFCs in the map. You got me. She was a champion. She was her fights were entertaining people. You like the fact how she put them people in that arm lock like that. She, mom would say she was the star before Holly took her out. You know,
Of the UFC, but yeah,
and
Gina
even
Carano actually put it more on the map just because the UFC was a bigger promotion and got more popular. But if you look back, there were people that are more deserving than Rousey and putting on the map that were really the founders and the beginners of women's MMA.
I think
yeah.
it's a good list. Like Dennis, because you guys like you can think about Gina Carano, Tara La Rosa. I think Rosie Saxon. A couple of good. There's a couple women coming up that time. But problem is that even though everybody knows the UFC is the big money show, and we get on the big money show, everybody's just
Well, you
second
know
to
what? If they
just
if they really if they really would have thought about it, if they really was thinking money, they should have known Cyborg was a gem. But no, guess who thought? Guess who knew that she would be a draw? Us, the
You
casual
did.
fans on this channel. We were the only ones that knew Cyborg would be a draw. Everybody else hating on Cyborg. I don't like Cyborg. Shut up. I don't want to deal with that. You just like Cyborg. She looks like a dude. She like shut up, punk. We
oh,
knew it,
oh.
okay? We on this channel, we knew Cyborg would be a draw, okay? And just about everybody on the panel, whether they like Cris or not, definitely believe that, hey, she talented. She got skill set. She's atoned for, using the PEDs, 8 years ago? She atoned for all of that. She's been clean ever since.
Mhm.
We've been going with that, and, it's been cool. But we all knew that she'd be a draw. You know, isn't that funny? The UFC, they this big organization with millions of dollars, and they were so stupid that they couldn't even figure it out enough to, hey, let's really get this 145-pound division established when they first got Cyborg. Like all of us, we were on here just like.
Oh,
Hello?
Hello?
he dropped off. He's all right?
Oh God, he done blew up so much the whole thing just collapsed. Couldn't
Hello?
take the heat.
I'm still here.
Dang.
Wait a minute. Am I still here?
I thought he stroked out or something.
No, man.
I
No.
thought he stroked out or something.
Nah, I'm just kind of, I get a little aggravated, man. You know, but Dana White, old Crystal
Just take a-
Clean, Whisker Biscuit, bald-headed bastard. You know, he did this.
Just
In the end,
Just take a
Cyborg,
breath.
in the end, Cyborg is smart. She'll win out. She's already said that she come back after boxing and fight whoever's champion then. She has the leverage. She could be, saying this now to pressure UFC to get off their ass and do something. By saying she'll leave. She says now she's ready for a fight in February. We'll see if the UFC delivers her a fight. If they don't deliver her a fight, what else can she do? And if she leaves in boxing, she'll do well. Not only increase her popularity in fighting sports across the board. That'll improve her skill set with boxing. That'll cross over back into MMA when she comes back, and that'll make her an even bigger draw if she comes back to fight whoever is champion. If it all works out that way, she'll win in the end. She's kept her cool overall through all the bullshit, and she's still on top.
Oh goodness!
Was it
All right, I see my main man, full-time MMA in the comment thread. I seen it, Guitar. It's there now.
Yeah.
Try again. I see my man full-time, and he said Kayla Harrison.
I told you he's really onto her. But like I said, Kara Harrison, I don't think she's a real threat.
I just can't get away.
She's not a real threat.
I mean, y'all not gonna let me get this name out of my system, will you? I mean, y'all are gonna, y'all are gonna shove this hype job down my throat, aren't you? Aren't you full time? I know you are. You sitting back there laughing now. I know you are. I know he's laughing. Okay, he thinks this is funny. Okay, but that's okay, full time. I got you, man. Because I'm gonna laugh at you.
But like the coach, if she's a high pitcher, because that's what people are gonna follow. Because she's what they calling her the new Ronda Rousey. She comes over and fights Cyborg. Everybody's gonna say, the troll family. Well, Ronda, not Ronda. Kayla can fight Cyborg. She can beat it, and they'll follow Ronda, and they will buy the pay-per-views, knowing what we know. Kayla's gonna get she be chopped up and screwed, and and the rest of them they'll figure that Cyborg got competition. It's just the truth of the matter is that she's not competition. She's just food for the Borg. Resistance is futile.
Why would anybody want to be the new Ronda Rousey?
Well, I mean, they probably want the Ronda Rousey money. See, they probably want that. They want that bag. See, they want the bag, but don't nobody want the ass whoopings that she took. Her last two anyway. Don't nobody want those. Yeah. Okay, I can tell you that now. Ronda Rousey. That's her name. Ronda Rousey Lousy.
Well, she might well stay in WWE because that's where the real money's at. Because and maybe if Vince McMahon was smart, he would offer a chance for Cyborg, bringing in kind of like this monster coming in, kind of like what was it? Who was I thinking about? Kind of like the female version of Goldberg coming in, just running through the Divas roster.
Yep. Well, this is that's make believe. This is real, and
I know
they going in there getting knocked out for real. But you know what? We're gonna let it play out. Okay, I don't want to be premature, but I'm just telling you. If Cris Cyborg, okay, if she goes off and don't return to fight these young people, I mean, folks, I got to say something. I'm not gonna go all in because I'm a fan, but I got to say something. Okay, I must say something because this is it. Hey, folks, you can't call into the live stream. You cannot call into it. So we send. What I do is I send a link to you, and some of y'all still got like my Hangout address on there. That's not gonna get you in a live stream. Okay, I done sent out all the links. I gave them to you. So y'all got the, I don't know, is something wrong with y'all phones, or I don't know what's going on with y'all, because I've been sending this link out now. It's been a minute, y'all. So y'all try to. It's me, Blueprint Jess. The phone is ringing, and I'm trying to figure it out. I know Guitar Babe is supposed she's gonna come in soon, because I want to hear her thoughts on all of this. Okay, so guys, Nicco Montano. Okay, Nicco Montano, y'all's fighter, not mine. Y'all's fighter. Okay, I'm just gonna say your fighter. Okay, Nicco. Somebody said that Nicco was flossing the belt. Somebody said it. I can't remember who did it, but somebody said Nicco was flossing that belt, and the reason why she wanted to remain a champion so she can floss. I don't know who said it though. I don't know who said it.
That's just
What do
that's
you mean by
crazy. What's the
floss? What does
point?
that
Oh,
mean?
flossing mean like
Showing
showing
off.
showing off the belt,
Oh,
showing off the
Yeah.
belt, going to arrangements, doing all kind of things. Flossing the
She
belt.
she
Who was that
she's
said
trying
that?
to be so she's trying to be like Conor McGregor. And she
Oh,
can't be Conor McGregor. I mean, we're not a fan of that dude, but the fact is, he's just, he's a star. He's entertaining. And she's not entertaining. She's, I don't know. She won a tough competition. And like I said before, they should have gave her a title. She just gave her a contract. And then it should have had like a title, a title tournament for the title instead of just giving somebody who just is practically brand new title straight out the gate. That's a mistake, they made with Carlos Esparza. That should have been, just they should have just had a tournament, you know. But it's just not, you don't have the levels to be, a star really. No one really knows you, and the people that do know you are saying you're running away from a real contender, and that's Valentina.
well, yeah, well, we trying to help get these people noticed, but some of these idiots won't take an interview, or so I'm through with that, man. I don't even ask no more. But don't worry, George. Hey, when we get on like 20,000 subs, and then they managers call, we're gonna be like, yo, wait a minute, I tried to interview you like a year ago. How you gonna explain this? Click, click.
I may
That's what
I
we're gonna
remember you
do.
told me about Let me tell you about the situation with Kat Zingano and Cindy Wars. Especially Kat. I mean, I thought she'd be more. That's sad how she did. I mean, especially now she's going to be on her four fight losing streak after she fight Marion. I don't think Marion's going to give her easy work. I don't think so. I think that's going to be and it's just she should be just thinking about training or something, or stay home making cookies. I mean, seeing a psychologist or something like that. Because I think in the fighter, she's done. She's done.
Yeah, well, she probably, I don't know, she might be, man. Because I was looking at her Instagram or her Twitter, man, and she was talking about the psychologist, and that's her
Hey
thing.
guys.
That's her thing. Wait a minute, who is this? Brian Jensen? Hold on, man.
Hey, what's up? I got in finally.
Yeah, finally,
Hey,
man.
Brian.
Yeah, dude,
Hey guys, what's
been
up?
trying to get you on for like 2 weeks, man. You've been missing in action, Brian Jensen. Where you?
Yeah, I've been busy.
I know, man. You got school and everything. I get it, man. I'm just playing with you, bro.
Here's school.
Hey, it's good talking to you
Been
guys again.
busy.
Yeah, man. So, Brian,
Yeah.
you know what? Let's get into you were a big fan. I think you still are, man. Let me ask you, man. How did you feel, man, when you actually a fan? You wasn't even trolling her, like you did Megan. Now you trolled Megan pretty hard. Um,
Yeah, and I still did. After she lost, I was trolling her on Instagram. It was hilarious.
oh,
It was
man.
so bad. It was so
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, man. You kind
All
of
this shit she talked about Cyborg. It was hilarious.
yeah, yeah. That's kind of mean, man. But I was laughing. I thought it was funny too when you was doing it. I did. I don't know, man. I don't know how to troll. I guess there's levels to trolling. I just don't know how to do it. I can't like concentrate enough to do a good job of trolling. I can't do it. But you and Ed
Yeah,
Harris the third, you guys got this down pat, okay? I mean, you guys are the best at this. But you being a Nico Montano fan, let me ask you this, man. How did you feel, man, when she blocked you?
uh, well, I mean, when she blocked me, I was surprised because I wasn't even trolling. And that was the surprising part. Like I wasn't even like trying to intimidate or say that she's scared of Valentina or this or that. And then she just blocked me out of nowhere. Went on the account to see what she was doing, and then I'm blocked. I'm like, oh shit. So, I was just very surprised. Like mentally, I feel like she's already mentally defeated in this fight. So like just even mentioning her, just even mentioning Valentina's name, freaks her out so badly that she has to block you. And not only that, like when Ariel Helwani was saying that the UFC was getting frustrated with her and they wanted to strip her of the belt, and then she goes on this humongous tirade, just cursing out Ariel Helwani, basically saying he's a bitch, and saying that his nuts are like the size of a rat or something, saying that he's like some inferior or incompetent or whatever. And then she tried to say that, well, everybody and the grandmother knows that I'm dealing with this injury. And I'm like, well, no, that's not true because nobody really knows you. Like, I mean, I know you. Like, I know Nicco because I watch Tough 26 every episode. I watch every single episode, and I watch the Tough 26 finale. The fight between Nicco and Roxanne was a great fight. So I know Nicco. I know who she is. But that, like, for her to say that makes it seem like she's some sort of superstar when she's not. There's only a few people that really know her. And then Valentina tried to call her out and say, well, you still haven't signed the contract. I signed the contract. And this is back in April, I think. This was back around April or early May, where she said that she signed the contract and that Nicco has the contract and is telling her to sign the contract. And then Nicco blocks Valentina on Twitter, and she hadn't been on Twitter in months. And when she got on there, she immediately blocked Valentina. So I'm like, okay, so you blocked Valentina, but you're talking shit to Ariel because you know you could kick Ariel's ass. You know you could kick his ass. But you're gonna block Valentina. I'm like, look, she's already lost this fight. Mentally, she's done.
Man, Ariel must be a punk. Hey, man, I ain't finna let no Nicco. Man, I'd be like, look here, come on, I don't hit no women. You ain't finna come over here and do nothing. You gonna shut up and get this work.
Yeah.
That's what you finna do. You gonna shut up and get this work. You ain't throwing no hands.
I don't know about Ariel Helwani's his testicular fortitude to take on somebody like Nicco, but it's just that she is holding up the division. I mean, what was it? A fight with Roxanne Modafferi was like almost 7-8 months ago, and then she had the issue with her foot, then this issue here and there, and it's just people just saying, oh, now you have the tonsillitis. I mean, get your tongue taken out, at least my skin be all right. And it's just everybody wants to see the fight, and Valentina, she hadn't fought since almost a good 4 months, and she's chomping at the bit. I mean, she's a fighter. She's bored. She needs to get in the game. She needs to taste the blood. She needs to taste she needs a challenge. And I'm like this: if you got to wait till Nicco over September, then she, I don't know why they didn't just give her a fight just to keep her pacified for a while. I mean, she got Alexis Davis. She still, she hadn't fought since she fought Liz Carmouche. You got Liz Carmouche. You got a couple of people. I mean, give her a little fight just, to keep her, keep her skill set ready. Because I know this for her, this is almost like ring rust. Because go out and not fight for almost 4 months.
Okay, Guitar Babe has just entered the live stream. Guitar Babe, how you doing?
Hey.
And tell everybody.
I'm good. I'm a little frustrated. Okay. I'm a little frustrated that it hasn't been working, but I'm good.
That's okay. See, hey, we all got that high level intelligence, and we figured it out. Guitar Babe is in the live stream with us. Oh, Brian and Guitar, y'all do us a favor. Tell everybody where they can find you.
She could go first.
Okay. You can find me on YouTube for now. Guitar Babe 21. Just go to my channel and just click subscribe.
Okay. Brian Jensen.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Mr. Jensen.
Yeah. You can find me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Brian Jensen, and you can find me on Twitter. One of my accounts on Instagram, and I'm on Facebook. I'm on Facebook most of the time. The majority of the time, I'm either on Facebook or YouTube, and sometimes on Twitter. But I had to make 2 Instagram accounts because Nicco blocked my first one. I had to make another one. No, I'm serious. It's true. I had to make another one. So,
dang.
I and also like to be in hiding. I had to put like her picture. The picture she took where she had the belt, where she was doing a meet and greet in New Mexico back in January, or like it was a week or a week or two after she won the belt. So I basically did that. So like she wouldn't block me again because I had to see because I all you have to do is go to Instagram to see if a fighter is going to be stripped or get rid of their belt or going to fight.
This is a
And when
darn
she
shame.
announced that she was going to fight Valentina in September, I was like, okay, great. Now she's going to fight. She's she's toughening up. She's womaning up, and she's getting some courage, and she's going to fight Valentina. I think she's most likely going to lose, but I'm going to root for the underdog.
This is a
Because why not?
darn shame.
It's,
This is a
she
darn
sounds
shame. This dude got to walk on eggshells around his favorite fighter. He got to walk on eggshells. Can't even ask true questions, man. Man, Nicco's disgusting for this.
Yeah, I know. No, and you know what? That's why. Like, I know that you don't support Andrea KGB Lee. I know you don't support her anymore.
No,
but
support
but I'll say this: when I asked her about her husband's tattoos, and I was talking to her and I was grilling her about this, she responds to the comments. She talks to people. She doesn't block anybody. She never blocked me. I'm like, listen, I understand what your husband is saying, that he feels like he doesn't want to get rid of the tattoos because it reminds him of how far he's come. But at the same time, you better be prepared for the type of reactions that you're going to be getting, like what you're getting right now. Like if you're really if your husband is really going to be doing that and not try to cover up the tattoos. And I told her, there are these because you posted up the links and the sources of tattoo parlors that get rid of Nazi tattoos for free. You posted those. And I sent her the link. I'm like, there are places that do this shit for free. And she lives in Texas. There are tattoo parlors around Texas that get rid of Nazi tattoos for free. They do it for free. But so I send her the locations. Like, you don't need to spend any money. You just walk right in. Yeah.
They stupid people, but they're not completely dumb.
Yeah,
okay?
I know.
They both stupid. They know this. Look, man. Look.
They're definitely stupid. But I mean,
it's
at the
what
same
he
time,
is. It's what he is. And it's what she is.
She's not. Andrea Lee isn't a coward to block people. Like, she's not like that.
No.
As much as I love Nicco as a fighter, she is kind of a coward because she can't deal with, she's a part of the generation that can't deal with constructive criticism. People around my generation and younger feel like if you criticize them or tell them that you're not doing this right or this right, they'll just call you a hater. Or, they just can't take like instruction and criticism of what they say or do or how they process things, Like with Ronda Rousey, when she got criticized for, getting her ass beat against Holly Holm, and people were pointing out what she did wrong, she ended up turning on everybody and blaming everybody for her screw-ups. And that's basically my generation for the most part. That's mostly my generation and younger. But with Andrea, I was very impressed with the fact that she didn't block me. She didn't curse me out. She didn't curse anybody out. She took the criticism. She responded. And we had a good conversation. Now, I don't, because
she knew she was wrong. She didn't have a point. She didn't have a pot to piss in. And she condoned her husband's Nazi tattoos.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she condoned them and tried to, make everybody. You see, look, man. If one thing I've ever learned, it just being, just learning and living and going from, being homeless to being in the streets to being, I've learned one thing. People, they always tell you what they think when they're upset. When they're completely angry, they tell you the truth. There's more truth. I think, too, if a person get drunk, they tell you the truth. But, she wasn't drunk, okay? So when they're angry, they tell you the truth. She said exactly what she meant. And, it's who he is, It's who he is. So the tattoos won't come off. He's not going to get them off, okay? People can say, yep, he got those in prison. So what? What, does he plan on going back to prison again? I mean, what? You can't conduct yourself like a person? Okay? That's a risk you got to take. But cover them up. They got every excuse.
Yeah.
They have every little excuse, man. So
his excuse wasn't even an excuse. He was saying that I keep these tattoos to remind myself of how far I come. Well,
no.
And I said,
no.
Well, then be prepared for the reaction you're going to get, and for conversations to go like this. Just be prepared for that. Be prepared to lose a lot of fans for your wife, because your wife could lose sponsors. She could lose money. She could lose fans.
Nah, to be honest, I think she
could lose friends.
I think she's going to get more. To be honest, because, the demographic, man, it fits that. Some of the demographic, man, no. And, she's going to get some of those organizations, the racist ones that do clothing, okay, they're going to sponsor her. I guarantee they're going to do it under the table. I don't even know if you know that company, White T-Rex. That's a racist, a racist T-shirt company. So they sponsor fighters. but they can't do it out in the open. Okay, they have to do it under the table. See,
Yeah.
back then when Chuck Liddell and all those guys were still fighting, they did it in the open. But see, now they won't do it because because of Zuffa, they banned him. But they still support. I guarantee you, they were the first ones to call Andrew KGB Lee. Hey, we got a good deal for you. Hey, we
There's
got a good
also a
deal for you.
racist organization around Russia or Eastern Europe that sponsors that woman. God, I forgot her name. She's a Russian fighter. She fights at Bellator. She just lost recently.
Good.
Which made me very happy. But she lost, and it was and the funny thing is, it was the first time she ever made 125 pounds ever in Bellator, ever. It was the first time she ever made the weight, and she lost. And she was sponsored by one of those type of organizations, and I was like, okay.
Well, God bless her. God bless her. She can go and she can go, jump off a brick or she can go piss on herself for all I care. Okay. Okay, so Guitar Babe, we have not heard from you. Oh, what's up, K Black Boxing in the house? K Black Boxing in the house. All right, Guitar Babe. What are your thoughts? Okay, the topics. We talked about Cyborg leaving MMA. Nicco flossing that darn belt like she holding on to that thing for dear life. Okay.
Yeah, Cyborg. I kind of heard a little bit of what you guys were saying. With me, I was trying to get into the stream and I was having trouble, but I could still hear a little bit of what you guys were saying. I do think Cyborg she is bored. There's not really, I don't want to say there's no competition, but it's hard. There's not a lot of women in there that can really match up with her. She's just that good, and I don't know what's happening. She doesn't seem to have an opponent here soon because they're talking about Holly dropping down to bantamweight and fighting for the title, which I personally don't agree with. And I know it's not Holly's fault. She's just taking whatever fight she can take, but I don't think it's right that, because overall she's only won 2 fights in her last 6 fights, and the fact that she's still remaining in title contention is kind of just because she's a name. I understand the business side of it, but she's not earned herself a title shot. It's not fair to people like Keetlin Vieira, Marion Renault. They've worked really hard to get to where they're at. And I do think Keetlin Vieira should get the next title shot at Amanda. I don't see that happening, but I definitely think that should be the correct move. And, and Amanda, she's being like you said, she's being a sellout, and I think that she even said, she'd like to fight Keetlin she even at one point, I think, said that she feels Keetlin should get a title shot, but then she goes back on her word and then wants to fight Holly. But I don't know. There's just nothing for Cyborg right now. Because, it's been said, it sounds like they're trying to get Holly a shot at 135. Okay. Nicco, yeah, I don't know what's going on. She said she wants to fight, but nothing seems to be made yet. So until she signs that bout, I'm keeping my fingers crossed until that bout's signed.
Okay. Hey, so Dennis Espinoza, he typing up some good stuff, man. Dennis, what's going on with you, man? What are you communicating, man? I'm reading it, and it's good.
Yeah, if you Google Cyborg threatens to leave UFC, you'll see an article. It's actually dated tomorrow, but so it's current. It's actually today, where she's coming from, what she's saying, and it's again, if you Google, it's on TV. It's on Fight Sports TV. But Google Cyborg threatens to leave UFC, and you can read the whole thing.
Okay. All right. So it's all on Google.
I'll post the rest of it. It's only a few more paragraphs. I'll put the rest of it up up on the chat.
Yeah. That'll be good, man. Just throw that up on the chat, man, so we can go on and get this here. Go and do what we do, cause we gonna
So
do it.
Cyborg is threatening
Yeah.
to leave the UFC.
Man, she been threatening to do that for about a year, man.
Yeah, I don't blame her. I mean, people every time she wins a fight or destroys someone, they call her ugly or call her Cyborg, say she's steroid or steroids. And I know I've done a lot of research on the type of side effects that TRT and steroids have on men and women. And I know for women it's very, very different from men, but at the same time, there are other female fighters that have taken TRT or steroids and they don't even have close to the skill set that Cris Cyborg has. I mean, we see what happens to male fighters when they take a lot of TRT and steroids and they stop doing it. Their bodies go through like this really big change where they start to look like they start all of a sudden looking like women, or they start like building boobs and shit like that. Like that guy Lucas Brown when he fought Dillian White, it was insane. Like after he had stopped taking steroids and he fought Dillian White, he didn't even look like a dude anymore, man. It was crazy, but still, it's a lot of hypocrisy.
Like I said, I'm a fan of female bodybuilding, and I follow that sport. And there's always an issue. Not just HGH is also a factor, also because and PEDs, because it can cause effects in deep your voice. It can grow facial hair. The clitoris can become almost like a small penis.
There's a lot of side effects for women in comparison to men.
Mm-hmm. But the fact is that steroids do not make you a better fighter.
Right.
No, they don't. It's just that it's the skill set. All the steroids do is make you able to lift more weights and try to stay in the gym longer and get yourself stronger. But if that was true, then Jessica Penney would have beaten Bojnagleczyk, but she got her stuff whooped out of there. And even though John Jones uses it, that might be one advantage with him. But this fighters who've been taking that stuff, and still they got this stuff. They got their the tails handed to them, and
but look at but then you look at guys like Alistair Overeem, who hasn't been taking the type of drugs or the steroids that he used to take, and he's completely fallen apart.
And look at him getting knocked out.
That guy used to look like a superhero. Like you look at Overeem, those old pictures from 2009 and 2010 and 2011, like it was crazy. And now, like, all you have to do is, like, just really tap him on the chin and he's out. He's just knocked out. It's crazy.
Well, Gabby Garcia, look at Gabby before taking steroids. She was actually an attractive woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
I've seen some pictures of her. Yeah.
I don't know about that. But, I mean, she looked more feminine. I don't know if she was attractive, but
she looked more feminine. Yeah. She looked more feminine.
I mean, y'all can think she's attractive.
And Brock, that's the reason why Brock Lesnar ran back to WWF because he knows that in MMA you gotta be tested for steroids. And that's why he ran back to WWF because there, most some of those guys be on coke, be on steroids,
there's no testing in WWE. There's no testing. But in the UFC, it wasn't just the testing.
They test in WWE.
It's such a joke. They tell you when you're going to be tested.
Yeah,
it's not random. It's like in football. They test in football, but they tell you when you're going to get tested.
Oh, I got you.
It hadn't been that long ago since the Ultimate Warrior died, and that was because he was on that stuff. I remember, he was on episode. I remember seeing when I was a kid. He was on episode of City Hall show, and he was just picking up that thing that the footstool, and just guy like Macho Man, Randy Savage, and a lot of those guys were on that stuff. Hulk Hogan, and I'm surprised he's still walking and breathing. Calling the brothers the N-word.
Oh yeah,
just because your daughter.
Yeah,
but it was just crazy just seeing Lucas Brown. The way he looked against Dillian White was just shocking. I was like, wow, man.
So
wow.
So guys, we're gonna do this. Let's kind of move into it because it is gonna start getting a little later, and this man, I'm shocked, man. Y'all here? Look, well, we got like 30 people in here now, and it's late, man. So I'm trying to. If I don't work so much, man, I can get started earlier. But okay, guys. So Bojnagleczyk, she's still pretty much delusional. Okay, so now on her Twitter timeline, she has the video game, right? The UFC 3. Hey, who's eating? Or just put yourself on mute. I think somebody's eating. and it looks like they going at it. They having a good time too, man. Yeah, I hear the plate banging. See, I pick up on small. Mary Thomas, what you eating, Mary?
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not. I'm in my bedroom sitting down listening to y'all.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
because I think I heard it too. Somebody like
Oh,
scraping a plate. And
good
Oh,
water
that
talk,
was me.
babe.
That was me eating.
I think it was
Brian
just
Jensen, God dog. Man, come on.
that
Brian,
late night snacking, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Late night food.
Yeah, you better be eating some fruit or vegetable, man. Boy, it's late, boy. That stuff will add on to you, man.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So let's do this, man. Let's go in. So on Joanna's Twitter page, it's kind of funny, man. So she got the UFC video game, right? And
Okay.
it's a promo. The video game actually it shows her getting knocked out, you know, like on the promo. And then she talking about how she gonna do this and how the belt's hers and she's still the rightful champion and you know all of this garbage, man. She's still delusional. Bojnagleczyk is still delusional. Okay,
You know, I feel like we talked about this the last time I was doing this.
well, you know what? You know, it's getting to a point now where I think Bojnagleczyk may need psychological help. Like, guys, I'm serious. I sat back and I said, you know, dang, you know, Bojnagleczyk got her ass whooped twice, and she still thinks she the champion. Like, this woman still thinks that she is the champion, and I'm sitting here like, how she gonna explain this one? Like,
I said this the last time.
She's thinking.
Oh, God.
I see her just going downhill even more with the way that this attitude and the way she's thinking. Because most athletes, when they're thinking like that, it usually just continues to go downhill.
I eat the cream. I eat the cream. I eat the cream. I eat the cream.
That was so funny. That post-fight interview, that post-fight press conference after she lost to Rose was one of the funniest shit I'd ever seen in my life. But, you know, I said this a month ago because I feel like we were talking about this like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, or it was a month. But, you know, Joanna's just doing this because, you know, she is a great fighter. She was a great champion. But it's something that fighters with a lot of pride, they do to get themselves hyped up, to get themselves feeling like they're the best so they can perform at their best. I don't, you know, like if this was like 4 months ago, I would say, okay, yeah, maybe she's becoming a head case. Like if this was like 4 or 5 months ago. But after seeing the way she looked against Rose Namajunas, even though Rose clearly won the fight, I gave Rose 3 or 4 rounds in the fight. Joanna was very sharp. She was on point. Her striking was fantastic. Even though her defense wasn't great, she looked great in that rematch. So I feel like Joanna feels like she needs to keep doing this and keep being delusional and keep saying these things in her head and publicly in order to perform like that. Because if this is what she's doing, then Tisha Torres is going to get destroyed. That fight is going to be a one-sided fight.
Man,
I don't think
I'm going for Tisha Torres.
I don't think
Tisha's getting her ass kicked. I mean, I hope Tisha.
I don't know. Hold on, y'all.
Coach,
I'm sorry.
It's
so one-sided.
Good talk. Go ahead, good talk.
She beat her mentally, though, because Joanna, one of the ways she's been able to win, though, she's been able to beat her opponents mentally, though, too. Rose is the first fighter that she has not been able to beat somebody mentally. Usually, if she's able to beat somebody mentally, she wins the fight. But she couldn't beat Rose mentally, and I think that's what. Also, I'm not saying that's the only factor, but I think she's going to try to get into Tisha Torres' head, try to get in her head, and I don't think that's going to work.
Well, I'm not really thinking about the mental game. I'm thinking skill-wise. I just don't think Tisha is the type of striker that Joanna is. I just don't see her being on that skill set.
Yeah.
I think
we never know what'll happen. I mean, I think Joanna's going to beat Tisha, but, you know, we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, nobody picked Rose to beat Joanna. So, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen.
If Bojnagleczyk lose this fight, look, we ain't going to never see her again. We ain't gonna never see Bojnagleczyk again. We're gonna see Bojnagleczyk. hey, all of it. We're gonna be driving by and we're gonna see somebody hitchhiking. We're gonna, oh God, dog, it's the world champion Bojnagleczyk. Oh, I'm sorry, not world champion Bojnagleczyk, not anymore. If she loses this fight, it's a wrap. I think this girl gonna get out of MMA. I'm about serious. I think she is out of here, man. Like, I
She's
don't.
still gonna call herself the champion.
I mean, if Joanna beats Tisha, and Rose manages to beat Jessica Andrade, then I think Joanna is just going to move up to 125 because I think she knows that she's not going to get a third fight against Rose like right away, and she's probably not going to win. But that's the thing with strawweight. I mean, I was watching this interview with Chael Sonnen months ago. It's called The School of Chael Sonnen. It's like a 25-minute video, and he was basically pointing out like what's the situation at strawweight in comparison to other divisions. And in strawweight, it's like, who do you want to see fight at strawweight? People will say, well, Joanna. Who do you want to see her fight? Rose. Well, the fights happened twice. And the first fight, Rose destroyed Joanna. And the rematch, Rose clearly won. So, for the most part, the general population doesn't really know anybody else at strawweight except for Rose and Joanna. So, this is the opportunity for you to probably win a fight, talk a bunch of shit, and get a fight against Rose Namajunas. Like, Jessica Andrade doesn't need to fight Rose. She's most likely going to. But it's the type of situation where you could take advantage of a situation, win a fight, and then call out Rose and put your name up there at the top bracket and fight Rose. you know, it's like, and that's like my issue sometimes with women's MMA. It's like there's too much respect going on in women's MMA, and none of these women are great at talking trash, and many of them probably don't even want to.
I think...
Brian, amen. You know, God Almighty, boy, yes. Because, you know, even, and I'm not, and it's no disrespect to the people I interview, but, you know, when I always ask them, hey, who do you want to fight? They always tell me the same thing. They go, well, you know, just whoever they put in front of me, or, you know, I got respect for my opponent. I get that every time, you know, and sometimes, like, you know, I interview.
It's the same thing.
It's the same response. But you know, I interviewed Jarena Jojo Bars, and I'm going to tell you something, y'all. I was like, okay, Urena, who you want to fight? And first she was trying to go that route. I said, come on. I'm like, come on now. It's got to be somebody that you just want to beat up. And then she said, well, there is one. Antonina Shevchenko. You know, she said Shevchenko. Yeah, Antonina, they were talking crap about me. And, you know, I ain't like to beat, you know. I'm like, yes. I said, yes. And then, you know, like, she was like, oh, you wanted me to say that? Yeah. Yeah. I want you to talk crap.
And when Chael was talking about this, he mentioned men's lightweight. How the men's lightweight division is probably in the best situation it's ever been, ever, in the history of the division, where you don't know who the best fighter is at lightweight. And anybody in the top 5 could be the number 1 guy. I mean, is the champion Khabib? Is it Tony? Is it Conor McGregor? Is it Dustin Poirier? I mean, and you know, Conor McGregor, like, he figured out a long time ago. When he was first coming up, nobody really knew him. But it's like, you know what? I got a country behind me, and I got to change my personality. I got to talk a bunch of shit to get those title fights. And I know a lot of people don't like Colby Covington. I also don't approve of the things that he said last year. But look at where he's at. He is now an interim champion. He said all that crazy shit about Brazilians and about Brazil, saying it's a dump, saying they're filthy people, and he got a title shot against RDA. He dominated the fight, and now he's going to fight Tyron Woodley, maybe in Madison Square Garden. And see, that's the thing that Kobe did great in the post-fight interview. He says, I want to fight Woodley, and I want to fight him in Madison Square Garden. So, okay, so now we got a date, we got a time, and we got a place. And he called out the opponent. And you just don't see that a lot in women's MMA. I mean, it was brilliant. And I think Woodley's going to destroy Kobe. I think he's going to knock him out. But see, that's what you have to do. Sometimes you need a television, you need a camera, and you need a microphone, and you got to talk a bunch of shit. You know, like forget this guy who won 5 fights in a row.
See,
perception is reality. Perception is reality. Oh, well, Jessica Jones won 3 fights in a row.
See, I kind of just think the women, you know what? I think the women, I think they just so used to respecting their opponents. Like, they actually, they cool with their opponents. Like, you ever notice, man, when they fight each other, and then you go and look on social media.
They're best friends.
They best friends after they get in. I'm like, man, and the dudes, they don't tend to do that as much, okay? They don't do it as much.
Right.
Like, literally, if they fought you, they ain't trying to be your friend. The women, they thinking about like going shopping with you after the whole thing over. They thinking about taking selfies with you when it's all over.
God.
And I'm like,
Well,
yo,
It's weird that it's like
didn't
that
you just
because
get a
it's,
black eye from this girl and you want to take a, I mean, you want to take selfies with her? You want to go?
it's
No, no, no. You better think about a
it,
rematch. You
and
better
then the
think about a
women always
rematch.
say, "I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to do this." I'm like, "You're really happy about getting punched in the face? Like you're really happy? Like when you saw Michelle Watterson doing a dance off with Paige Van Zandt, it's like you're really happy getting kicked in the head." You
No,
know, it's like
well,
I notice this with
it's
women in MMA in comparison to real life. You know, in real life, there's always that stereotype when women fight, they're never friends, but when men fight, we're usually good friends down the line. Like it's like
yes,
that a lot in real life, but in
yeah.
MMA, it's the complete opposite. The men are usually not friends, and the women are.
Like
Yeah,
if you ever
just
watch,
Okay.
recently, Valentina, I don't know if it was on her Instagram or Twitter, like there's a recent
Antoinette
photo
Amy.
of her posing a picture with Juliana Pena.
Yep.
Yeah,
she
So
beat it down, and
yeah, she
also
nearly took her arm off and they're
yeah,
like hanging out.
and Juliana Pena is creepy type of crazy too. She said she wanted to name her daughter after Valentina if she won the
Man,
fight. I'm
hold
like,
on now.
yo,
oh my
I'm a
God,
no,
brand new Hey,
no.
look, I'm a brand new Juliana Pena fan. Dang it, I'm a brand new
No, I'm a
Pena
fan
fan.
too, but wow.
Ah, man, you sitting here, you're
and
trashing one of my
and like
fighters
and
now.
like
What are you doing?
and like somebody like Gavin Mono just mentioned like how look at Rocky and no, not Rocky anymore. Raquel, Amanda, Nina, and Tisha. All these are friends,
uh,
and we have to
They're
think about
all
it.
friends. They all watch movies
Someday,
together.
They're
yeah,
not just
yeah,
friends.
and
yeah,
and someday, and
Joy,
someday, Tisha
them some
and Nina gonna have
swingers.
to fight.
This
Yeah,
way, yeah.
someday Tisha, yeah,
Joy.
and someday Tisha, yeah,
Yeah, you should keep Rocky's name though, because she did get rocked still. Let me
Yeah,
stop.
she got rocked a
She
lot,
got
yo.
yeah,
knocked
she
the
got
slap
she got
out of.
rocked,
That
but
was
she's
a
not
beating.
Rocky.
That
She's
was
like,
a
hey
beating.
yo, Adrian,
Yeah,
because I'm a fighter. That's what I
But
am.
you know what? This is
You
the
know,
thing.
yep.
Perception is reality. It's like people will say, "Well, Jessica Andrade has won 3 fights in a row," but she didn't. Like, no, she didn't. Like you don't
no.
like it. Perception is reality. If people don't know who she is, then they don't know, and so that's like your opportunity to take advantage of a situation to fight for the world title. You know, but a lot of these women they just don't get that. I don't think they even care.
I think
Well,
some of
it's
them can.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm gonna tell you, it's a couple of fighters that they point blank, they'll just get right in there and they'll just tell you what's up. Like like Marion Renault was like, oh, yep, yep, I'll fight Ketlin. Yep, the next fight I'm getting Ketlin. Okay, or hey, I'll take Betch Kohel. Let's go, Betch. Or Tanya Evinger was like, well, I've been wanting to fight Cyborg for darn near 2 years, and I finally got to fight now. Like that's Tanya Evinger. They'll call somebody out. They'll call somebody out in a
Yeah,
minute. They'll do it because they don't care. They old school.
and
They
that's the
they
crazy
give they
thing.
give two craps about anything. They'll call you out, and they serious. They want to fight you. But
but
if Amanda Nunes, I want to fight Cris. I'm gonna fight her. And then, but we know Amanda lying. We know she don't mean that. Or Megan
Right.
Anderson come up. I want to fight. I'm gonna fight Cris. But
And she really wants to fight Holly
she
Holm.
ain't serious. She
it's
did want to
all
fight Holly Holm and got beat up. That's what happened to her.
yeah, yeah. But it's all depending
No,
on
Amanda Nunes really wants to fight Holly Holm. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Amanda Nunes wants to fight her.
Yeah, 'cause
yeah.
Because
that's
she
easy
knows that
work. That's
Holly
easy
Holm.
work.
Yeah, it is easy work. It's easy and it's a big paycheck for Nunes. She's going to get a lot of money
Mhm.
and not get an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Oh,
And even if she
she's
loses,
gonna
she's
be
not going to
out
take
for
a
a
lot of
while.
punishment. I mean, what's going to happen? Holly's going to keep throwing that
Good
same
time. Yeah.
combination, and I can imagine a scenario where Nunes can't cut off the octagon and she can't really take her
Guys,
down, and she's just getting pot shotted for 5 rounds. Okay.
Okay.
guys, I don't know how confident you guys are
yeah.
about Amanda beating Holly. You guys make it seem like it's gonna be a landslide,
it
and
is.
it's like
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
it's no, but really though, it's not like Holly doesn't have a chance at all. Let's remember that Amanda still has yet to really show her cardio in this one. I didn't like the way how she was really preserved in her energy in her last fight. It was like okay, she was slowing down a lot, and she seemed a bit more tired, but because it's Rocky of all fighters, she wasn't in any real danger because she could still use her power to keep her away and she can still use pressure on her. But against somebody who does nothing but cardio in the ring, somebody who moves around a lot, I still think that's yet to be tested. And even
And
Hey, who is that in the background? Come on, man. Y'all, come on. Mary making some good points, guys. We can't
That's not
miss.
me.
She still to yeah, she still has to get to Holly to make sure she lands those shots and everything to counter strike, you know. And we all know as she gets further into rounds, her power fades and her cardio fades. I still don't trust her cardio, and yeah, like I still don't trust. Like I still think that she has a little bit more to improve on.
See,
like I have to do
I
with
don't know.
Cat.
See,
What happened to
I
the
kind
Cat?
of think.
Ghana?
See, I'm gonna tell you though. See, Rocky got a tank, you know, and I felt like Amanda just played with her. Like I felt like Amanda Nunes after that first leg kick, she just started playing with she started playing with Rocky, you know. And see, I think stylistically, I don't know. See, Holly, when she gets hit, and when she got hit by Megan, you know, she started moving and moving and moving and getting out of there because, you know, she couldn't take two more of them right hands. I think Amanda probably hit harder than Megan. I think Amanda hit harder. And then if Holly tried that crap of taking Amanda down, I don't. She can't deal with that. Amanda BJJ skills. I mean, they good. They very good. I can't
Her
see.
wrestling is also really good too.
Yeah,
Coach,
I
look,
can't see Holly. I can't see Holly mixing that up. And you know, I don't think she can stand. She can't stand with. I think Amanda's stand up is better. I think Holly may have the better
Yeah,
gas
Holly
tank.
Holm is striking is terrible. Like I mean, her
It's
striking
not terrible.
accuracy.
It's not
Holly's
terrible.
yeah,
I
striking
just think
accuracy is
Amanda's
the
better.
worst I've ever seen in my
What?
life.
No,
It's some
no,
good
no,
striking.
no, no. That ain't the worst you've seen. Trust me. It's plenty of people in the
No, I
UFC
mean
that's
there are
worse than
probably
Holly.
other female fighters that are worse,
Her striking
but
not
her
bad,
striking and her accuracy
but I'm gonna let Mary finish.
is
Go ahead.
terrible.
I don't think her striking is
It's
bad.
her
I just think
striking.
Amanda's better.
Her
I mean, the
strike is
one strike she
predictable.
has is that kick to
Amanda
the head
is
and the kick.
better, but her
Mary.
kryptonite is her endurance. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Holly's blonde, but she's not dumb. We know she's not going to try to
Mhm.
take her down. You know,
right.
we know she's not going to try to wrestle with a better grappler. All it is just that I really feel like what made her fall against Kat Zingano, even though she was like a smaller version of the cell she is right now, her cardio is still up in question with me. It's like even if she does start winning rounds one and two with Holly on the feet, and Holly doesn't take her, or Holly has really good takedown defense against her and make sure that she doesn't go down easily and everything. How are we gonna know how round three, four, and five are gonna go if Holly starts moving around and start doing that cut cave, cut and cut,
Look,
like what she was
she
doing with
And,
Cyborg.
she went five
Cyborg
rounds.
doesn't.
She went 5 rounds with Valentina. You know, she managed to do it. And everybody, including myself, we questioned that cardio. She went 5 rounds with Valentina. You know, she was ready to go
But
five
coach,
rounds with Rocky.
Valentina's
She was ready.
style, coach, look, Valentina's style does not force Amanda to move a lot. We all know Valentina's a defensive striker in that bantamweight division. She waits for you to move first. So Amanda was at ease. That Valentina let Amanda take the way, and then Valentina answers afterward. That's why I don't count that. Valentina is not a fighter where you're required to move a lot. You're required to cut angles. You're required to move laterally and back and
And
forth. Like she fights from angles, but she obviously does not she doesn't walk people down. She
but
only started doing that with Priscilla. She doesn't do that with the bigger women, and she didn't do that against Amanda Nunes. And I don't think that fight counts because Amanda was not
uh,
moving around. That's why people thought it was boring. You know, they
yeah,
weren't moving a lot.
well,
Everyone
you know,
was
no,
standing
Valentina was
there.
Yeah,
backing up. Valentina was on the defensive, and she was moving back, and
and you know the
she kept trying to make Amanda walk into something, and that's what she was doing. I mean,
that's actually the sad thing about
hold on,
the
Valentina,
scoring criteria.
hold on. Valentina was, yeah, she was moving. I mean, she really was moving around, and Amanda kept moving. When Valentina would advance, Amanda would advance backwards, you know, and they were both trying to play this chess game, you know. So, she didn't have to expend the energy. And I'm thinking, Holly Holm, she's going to move more than Valentina, but I think Amanda is going to do the same thing. She's going to catch Holly Holm. She's going to cut off. Holly going to try to, land something. She going to, project her shots. Amanda going to know, and then she going to catch her. And then the process is going to be repeated. It's going to be a boring fight. They're going to try to pick each other apart. And I think in a stand-up battle, just straight up, just, mano a mano, foot to foot, I don't. It just seemed like Amanda match up in so many better categories. I mean, like when you talk about fainting, I think Amanda faints better than Holly. I think when Holly faints, she just kind of do it, to actually see what's going to happen. But see, when Amanda faints, she faints to actually get her offense off, And I even think too. I even think how they check kicks. You know, like when the last time y'all seen Holly Holm check a kick? I mean she give head kicks, but she don't check them. Valentina tore that leg up, man.
I also think Nunes is better with her striking accuracy. She lands harder strikes, but she's also more accurate. I don't think she's better defensively than Holly because of Holly's footwork. She's better defensively, which she showed against Cyborg because she went a full 5 rounds. Even though she clearly lost the fight, she won a full 5 rounds because of her defense, and she's really good at controlling range. But the problem is that she's out of range to not get hit, and then she's not really in range to land anything. And that's why I'm saying that Holly's striking is pretty terrible because it's like she's always out of range to not land anything, and she gets.
I don't think
she's
it's
not
terrible,
accurate
man.
with any of her strikes. It's pretty bad.
I don't
Even
think
in boxing,
her striking ain't terrible. Her striking
it
not
worked
terrible.
for her in boxing, but it worked for Holly in boxing because boxing you don't need to use a lot of kicks or anything. But the thing is that she's more of a volume puncher.
But you got to realize, man,
That's why it worked.
she dropped one of the best Muay Thai, practitioners in the game, Jermaine Durandame, and dropped it with her left hand.
Yeah, after missing that kick multiple times.
Nah, but she still, man.
She missed that kick a million times in that fight.
Holly
and she finally landed it in the 3rd round.
But Holly Holm got hands. But see, but you're looking at who is she fighting? Who's she fighting? I mean, she's fighting one of the best.
Even against scrubs, she misses a lot. It's crazy.
No. Even when she fought Betchko Hale, they didn't throw a lot of shots. But when she did throw a shot, she was landing. She decided not to throw.
Yeah, but she was missing the majority of her shots, even against Betch. And when Rocky Pennington used to be a terrible fighter.
No.
Still
Rocky,
hold
on. And Rocky and Holly, that was a battle. They was going back and forth. They were both landing. They were
3 years ago,
they were both
Rocky
landing
was not the type of fighter she is now.
But that's not what you said.
And Holly was still missing her strikes.
No, she wasn't.
She
Okay, I tell you this. Then go look at the data. Go look at the data on Holly Holm and her strike accuracy. Go look at that.
Yeah, it's at 35%.
Nah. Nope.
I mean, her striking accuracy, she misses like almost over 60% of her strikes.
No.
But
I mean, you posted up the data before she fought Cyborg. I mean, I was surprised it was that low. I mean, Holly misses a lot with her strikes. I mean, that's her style, I guess.
Nah,
but let's compare her. Let's compare her fight with Betch Kahea versus her fight with Valentina. Now, Betch, only reason why she lost because she dropped her hands and said like, "Come on," and she was really putting it to Holly in the first couple of rounds. And when Holly threw that head kick, it was over. And it was Betch who just she had Holly. But she just, let the fight go.
That's just being an idiot.
So what you trying to tell me is you telling me that a girl, when she win, if she beats you, she knocking you out. So you trying to tell me that this person's striking bad, right? Somebody who beats you, and when they beat you, it's a high probability that you're going to sleep. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because if you're trying to tell me that, then how you going to explain that?
What, you mean with the kick to the head?
No,
I mean, you have to look at her opposition. You have to look at who she's knocked out.
We're saying striking. We're saying striking, okay?
She's terrible at striking.
When she
no
beats
accuracy.
you, she
almost no accuracy.
When she
it's
beats
really
you,
terrible.
she puts you to sleep. So
against scrubs. That's the thing.
Okay, so who's a scrub in your mind?
Betch that's no scrub.
Betch Korea is terrible.
She's always been a scrub. Okay, who's a scrub in your mind? Because see, if you
Korea's always been a terrible fighter.
Betch not a bad. She's not a horrible fighter. She's not the best fighter.
It's shockingly
bad. Betch.
No accuracy.
She was putting out
no real footwork.
Are you looking at these data points, or are you just trying to recite this like you in a car?
I'm looking at the fights, not just the data
No. Stop. I ain't trying to hear that. Are we looking at the data? Because now, I got a 45-page manual on data, okay? So that's why I'm just sitting here listening to you. I had a 45-page manual, okay? Nothing but pure data. And Holly Holm, you know why she exceed the data? Because the majority of the women in the UFC, they don't get knockouts. They don't put people to sleep, okay? Because it's hard for a female to do it. Holly Holm exceeds that. And Holly Holm got one. She got one of the highest knockout ratios in the game. So
Yes,
I mean,
against scrubs.
but no. See,
Against
that's
some really shitty fighters.
okay.
So,
I mean,
okay.
what about
let's be honest.
Valentina?
Women's
So,
What about
bantamweight
okay.
division
What about
has
So if you're
always
telling me,
been
if you're
a
telling me,
shitty division.
if you're telling
Brian?
me that every fighter she fought that she
Come
knocked out
on.
is a bad fighter, that come on, man, that's blasphemous. Okay.
Almost
'Cause
all
even-
of them
I mean,
are shitty fighters.
Really?
All
Okay.
of them suck at
But,
striking.
Name
All of
three.
them have
Valentina,
terrible defense.
Name
All of
three.
them
Valentina
have terrible
Maria
defense.
and Beck.
Ronda
Yeah,
Rousey was a terrible striker and a
Name
terrible
three.
fighter. Ronda was great. at
Jermaine
judo.
Duranamy.
She was good at that. She was good at grappling and judo.
Ronda
Her
was
striking and her
undefeated.
defense is
Ronda
horrible.
Rousey was
Beth Korea
undefeated.
sucks too.
Ronda Rousey was
And-
undefeated when she fought her. Okay, and she
And she
won
was
down
still, her striking was terrible.
But no.
Her defense
Ronda
was shit.
Rousey ran steamrolled everybody for 12 straight wins until
But
Holly
with
Holm
our
came.
boss coach.
Come on now.
Yes,
How-
because
how
of
we
that
gonna
division
explain
was
it?
evolving.
And
No. Stop. No. See, no.
It
Now,
was
see, now we're
still,
talking
the
numbers.
division was still
We
growing.
talking numbers. We
But
talking
Ronda
numbers.
Rousey is a terrible at
No.
striking.
Okay,
Terrible
Ronda,
defense.
Ronda not a good striker, not compared to Holly. But what I'm
No.
telling you is, you can't
Yeah.
tell me that somebody who can knock out 8 or 9 people, that's accuracy, man. That's the sign of a good striker. That
Not
person can
according
knock
to the
you.
CompuBox.
A CompuBox, she knocking out people.
And you got to also take into
If
account
she's
the type
winning.
of people she was fighting.
Well, okay, so explain what type of people. Okay, and I want you to break it down. Who?
Yeah.
Because if you
Let's
telling
see,
me
Ronda
think
was
about it.
terrible.
oh, if you Ronda,
Best career was
Ronda
terrible.
was undefeated.
What-
I'm not
Rocky
saying
Pennington
Ronda was
was-
an all-star,
wasn't
but
that good.
Ronda, okay.
And she's barely that
So-
good now.
So wait a minute.
And-
Ronda was
and-
terrible.
And Holly Holm's opponent,
Ronda was
Jermaine
terrible,
not her
but she
opponent's
ran
name.
through Kat
What about
Zingano,
They
right?
were really
Valentina?
terrible.
Hold on. This
What
the
about
same
the-
Ronda. This the same Ronda that ran through Kat Zingano. Okay, the same Ronda that beat Alexis Davis, who good. She beat McMahon.
Kat
Carmouche,
Zingano also
Tate,
wasn't that
Julia
great.
Budd. So wait a minute. Are
Alexis
you telling
Davis
me?
is also
Hold
pretty
on,
bad.
hold on. Are you telling me
Sarah
that all these
Kaufman?
people? Alexis Davis bad? You out of your mind? Stop right there.
I mean, come on.
Conversation over.
She
man.
was pretty bad.
Conversation over. Alexis Davis.
She beat her
Yo,
twice.
Alexis
Davis
Davis
is pretty
almost
bad.
got 20 wins, man. Do you know how hard that is to get 10 wins in
Alexis
MMA?
Davis' skill set as far as MMA
What?
is still not that good.
You crazy?
come on.
On the ground?
I mean,
Wait
the
a minute,
best,
Alexis
the best,
Davis got
the best
19
fight
wins.
that
What are you
Ronda
talking
probably
about?
submitted.
Man,
That last fight with
stop,
Alexis
stop,
Davis had
stop,
The
Liz
best fight that
Camusa.
Ronda
And Liz
probably
Camusa was
submitted
hammered.
Kat Zingano.
Stop.
I mean, come
It's
on.
levels to this. Stop.
Yeah, it is levels to this. And Holly
No.
Holm's striking accuracy
Holly
is terrible.
Holm is knocking these people out.
35%, bro.
Holly knocking them out.
35%.
She knocking them
This
out.
is the
35%.
accuracy.
So that means
Yeah,
so
with
listen,
that one
listen,
strike.
listen.
With that one strike.
But-
and
but-
she
but-
misses it a million times.
But she managed to lock it. But she managed to lock it in.
After missing
She
it so
managed
many
to lock
times.
it in. She managed to lock
Brian,
it
So
in.
adding to
See,
my
I
argument.
already know you don't know. If you telling me
Brian.
Alexis Davis don't, if you telling me she ain't good, a woman on a 20 almost got 20 wins in the UFC. She done beat. I mean, she beat Dandoise. I mean, homegirl done beat.
She beat Valentina.
Homegirl,
No.
man, come on, man. She beat Shayna Baszler
No.
when Baszler was on top.
Listen, the
She
thing
got a
is
win
here,
against
and it's
Amanda
like-
Nunes. How you gonna explain that? She got a win
When
against
they-
Tanya
yeah, when
Evinger.
Nunes wasn't
How you
that
gonna
good.
explain
Nunes
that?
used to- you know
Stop.
Nunes used to
Stop
be
it.
terrible.
Stop it. She
Amanda
got.
Nunes used to
stop.
be terrible.
Stop. Amanda Nunes ain't terrible. Stop.
She used to be. I said
She
she
didn't
used to be. She
terrible.
used to be really
Man,
bad.
Stop.
Amanda Nunes
Stop.
used to be really bad.
Alexis
She
Davis
used to be
got
a really
a
bad
win
fighter.
against Amanda
You know-
Nunes. How you gonna explain it? She does, and she knocked out Amanda Nunes. What are you talking about? She submitted Tanya Evinger, a master on the ground. Tanya Evinger. Okay? She submitted Tanya. Man, come on, man. Come on, stop. You got to stop now. Because, this ain't going too well. No.
But I'm like this, coach. I'm not a big Holly Holm fan, to be truthful. I'll be honestly. And
I'm back. I'm back.
Holly and-
Amanda Nunes used to be
and-
trash.
Amanda Nunes got 16 wins, man. What
She
the
used to
hell?
be so
Yeah.
bad. She used to be
She
so
was
bad,
on a
but she
winning
got
streak.
great
She
because of
was
American
on a
Top
winning
Team.
streak. She was on a winning streak before
Great
she
because-
met Davis. What are you talking about? Dude. She was on a win streak. She was on a win streak before Davis got her hands in there.
Amanda
on, man.
Nunes used to be really bad.
Really?
And that
Okay.
division used to be shit
So
too.
Amanda
I mean,
Nunes was on like a
bantamweight
she was
and
on a
featherweight.
5-fight win streak, man.
Women's bantamweight, and women's
Ding,
featherweight
ding,
6 years ago was
ding,
bad.
ding,
6
ding.
years
So
ago,
wait
those
a minute.
divisions were bad.
So she
And
sucked.
now,
Hold on.
Ding.
Hold on, man. Stop.
Brothers.
She was on a 6-fight win streak. Okay, before. She was on a 5-fight before Alexis Davis got her hands on her. Okay, 5-fight. So are you trying to tell me in 5 fights, 6 fights in MMA, that's good? You're on your way to stardom if you're winning 6 fights in a row. Stop. She beat Amanda Nunes, beat her at her own game and knocked out. Now what? I mean, come on, man. You gotta do better than that.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, Alexa Davis, she just like it went that long ago. She fought Liz Carmouche, and Liz Carmouche those hammers. You just saw that welt she has out of her head. I mean, and that's a tough person to fight. Liz, Liz gave Ronda Rousey one of the toughest fights when she fought for the title. And like I said, Ronda, I'm agreeing with Brian.
Hello?
Ronda.
Hold on, you
Hello?
gotta let him finish.
You can hear me? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Brian,
what I was
Yeah,
trying to
let
say.
let George finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish. Okay.
Real quick.
All right. And I like this. Ronda, one thing is she's not a great striker. That's the truth of it.
Terrible.
But it
stuff.
was her judo skills that helped her out. Her arm bar. Her arm bar was
judo.
her key.
She was a judoka artist. Yes.
But that don't mean she's still winning,
like
man. Just let him finish, man.
But like also like this, it's about that. Holly did not fight no chumps. She lost to somebody like Valentina. And Valentina was a smaller fighter. She lost to Jane Durant, was a pretty tough fighter. Bethe Correia, before then, you remember Bethe Correia was on a 3-fight winning streak before she faced Ronda, and then after her fight with Marion killed her out. That third round that should have been stopped.
Yeah.
And
Bethe is a terrible fighter. And that fight should have been stopped.
But still like that. It was.
I don't know what Mary Renault was doing in that fight. I honestly don't know, but yeah.
Like I said, Mary is a slow starter.
She was getting cheated by the refs. That's what happened in that fight.
Yeah, I agree. But I don't know what Mary Renault was doing in the first 2 rounds. The way she was getting taken down, those are the worst takedown attempts I've ever seen in my life. By Bethe. Because she's terrible at everything.
Well,
I'm not just saying that because I'm a hater. I'm just saying that
she's not terrible at everything. Bethe Correia is a good counterpuncher, man. She's a good counterpuncher.
She was terrible, man.
Yeah.
I'll say this, though.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Women's bantamweight and women's featherweight 6 years ago was terrible. And neither of those divisions have evolved. Neither of those divisions have
Are you serious? What are you talking about? Dude,
those
you got Valentina Shevchenko evolve, okay?
And they still haven't gotten better.
Okay, Amanda Nunes done evolved right before your eyes. Nah, man, stop. I can't agree with that, man.
They were terrible fighters.
Valentina Shevchenko has evolved.
Fine.
Sarah Kaufman has evolved. What are you saying?
No, I said no. You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the fighters.
I hear you.
I'm not talking about individual fighters.
Well, who you
talking about the
divisions?
divisions. I'm talking about the divisions. Women's bantamweight, regardless of the organization, even in the UFC, women's bantamweight is better than other organizations, but women's bantamweight is still trash. Women's featherweight is still trash. You have Valentina Shevchenko, who's a great fighter, one of the greatest, and you have Amanda Nunes, who's one of the greatest.
The featherweight
I don't
ain't
see anybody
trash.
really beating them at 135.
Featherweight not trash. They got plenty of featherweights that you don't know about that are very good.
But the majority of them are really bad.
But you can't make that blanket statement if you don't know half the fighters in the division. You can't make that statement. You can't do that.
Brian, you got to think about it. Brian, you got to think about it.
And then you got people, and then this guy in the comment? Misha Tate was trash. Misha Tate, it's finna be like in the Hall of Fame.
Misha Tate was trash.
She wasn't
She's gonna be in the Hall of Fame, but she was trash.
She wasn't trash. I don't know.
I saw
Misha Tate.
I'm like this. I saw her fight.
Misha Tate was only good at wrestling. That's it.
She not
terrible
trash.
at everything else.
Dude. Misha Tate trash. She beat Julie Kedzie, one of the best in the game.
Come on.
She beat Marlon Conan. Stop. She beat Marlon Conan. Dude. Okay, if you're telling me that Julie Kedzie was,
what standard
I know you don't know nothing about that. I'm talking about overall skill set.
Julie Kedzie was a terrible fighter. She was pretty bad.
No, she wasn't.
I guess she was one of the best on Showtime over at Strikeforce.
And I guess
Kedzie was bad.
I guess Marlon Conan was bad too, right?
Marlon Conan was good.
No. Say it. Tell me Marlon Conan was bad.
Marlon was good, but the problem here is that women's MMA 10 years ago was horrible.
No, it
and
wasn't.
now it's just starting to get good in the last 4 to 5 years.
Dude, they were already mixed martial artists. They just wasn't on TV. They were already
but they were
fighting.
Terrible at MMA,
they were already fighting.
Dude,
what are you talking? Man, mixed martial arts been around for years. Dude, how long Valentina been doing it since she was like 7, man.
But women's MMA 10 years ago was not good at all.
Bro, they've been doing MMA for years.
Now it's starting to get good. But this is the thing.
But you just said it was trash. How you gonna explain this?
No, 10 years ago it was trash. It's starting to get better recently. But women's bantamweight and women's featherweight are still trash. But this is one thing I will say. The problem with women's MMA, as much as I love women's MMA, and I could praise it and talk about it all day, the problem with women's MMA is that there is rarely consequence for really terrible striking. I mean, look at Holly Holm. Her striking and her accuracy is terrible. rarely suffering a consequence,
I bet
except
you
against
Holly
Chris
Holm.
Cyborg and Valentina and Jermaine Durandamy.
I guarantee you, if you and Holly Holm stood in front of the same opponent, I bet you she could outstrike you and have better accuracy.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm here eating food at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I
I agree. I agree. I would get my ass kicked. I agree.
I ain't saying
but,
her.
But women's MMA, women's MMA is still evolving. Nope. Women's MMA is still evolving, but Holly Holm.
But you just said it wasn't. You said it hadn't evolved. Come on, Brian.
No, it's been evolving for the last 4 or 5 years. It hasn't been.
How you gonna explain this, man?
Women's MMA 10 years ago was really bad, but now it's starting to get good.
Dude,
and it is still evolving. But you can't say Holly Holm is a great fighter. She is good, but her striking is pretty inaccurate.
Her strike is not terrible. She got beat by much
35%, bro. It's right on there on UFC. You can go there right now.
And she knocking him out. And she knocking him out.
After missing multiple strikes. Yes.
With a 35% accuracy rate, she's knocking people out. That means if she beats you,
after missing everything,
hold on, man.
I agree. Yeah.
She's got a 70% chance of knocking you out. So, yeah.
And Cyborg has a 51% chance of knocking you out.
That's 51%. Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Cyborg striking is incredible. That's what I'm saying. It's just
that's pretty good.
Cyborg
for a female, for a female, that's pretty good.
Even for men, Cyborg is on the level of the best male fighters at 135 to 155.
Cyborg is good. I'm not saying Holly Holm. I ain't saying she tried. Holly Holm got holes in her game. Now, if you say Holly got holes in her game, yeah. We can say that.
Her striking is trash.
But to say she complete trash, man, that shows a lack. That shows a lack thereof, man. Nah. You can't say
I'm sorry. I just gotta be honest. I can't sugarcoat it.
You can be honest.
She misses so many strikes against scrubs. The majority of her opposition is shit. And she misses so many strikes.
Not really. Her first opponents when she first started, I think everybody in MMA, they have terrible opponents because you're trying to get your name and you're trying to build yourself. Okay.
That's a good point. Okay.
You're trying to build yourself. And when you have very good opponents
that's true in boxing too.
That's
true in men's boxing.
When you have very good opponents that's in front of you, your striking is going to take a decline when they're good because they're going to know how to defend. And you look at all the opponents that she faced. I mean, Valentina, great defense. Jermaine Durandamy knew how to defend. Cris Cyborg defended well. Even Miesha Tate. Miesha Tate is not a great striker, but her defense is underrated. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at.
I don't know if her defense is underrated. I just think Holly Holm's striking is that bad.
Her striking was actually good until she started fighting, taking a step up in competition. That's when her striking went down. That's just
but it wasn't even good when she was over at LFA. It wasn't good. Barely good.
She was knocking him out, dog.
Barely above average.
Come on, man, stop.
I mean, against Rocky Pennington, you know how bad Rocky used to be 3 years ago.
Wait a minute,
He was trash.
Man, Rocky wasn't trash. Rocky was winning.
Was trash.
She was winning. She was winning 3 years ago. How you gonna explain that?
She was trash.
Okay,
she was winning against scrubs.
And
Holly could barely land anything. And Holly barely won that fight. So that's kind of sad for her.
They weren't trash. They weren't trash. The whole thing's been evolving.
Yeah.
They weren't trash. They were good for their time where they were at. The women's MMA has been evolving and getting better. So I wouldn't call them trash. They were the first ones there. They had a lot to learn. They've been learning. They've been progressing.
And also companies like Strikeforce. Also, companies like Strikeforce are one of the few that have women's MMA. You look how long it took
Strikeforce.
the women's MMA.
Strikeforce was awesome. Yeah, I love Strikeforce. But you know.
Yeah. Hey George, you might move on because he don't know nothing about no Strikeforce, man. You might talk about something else.
I love Strikeforce. I used to watch it. They were trash, but it was great.
You watch Strikeforce in diapers, man. You ain't even know what's going on, man.
I watch.
Let's talk about.
Come on, man. Come on. Hold on. Come on, man. Come on. Brian.
Let's break it.
Trash. I guarantee you.
I
guarantee you. Wait a minute, Julie Kedzie, she got beat.
She got
beat by a good opponent. See, that's the thing. Let me tell you, man, when the fights first started happening, okay, you had to fight people. You had to fight whoever you can get a fight with. So you have featherweights. You have featherweights fighting flyweights. You have bantamweights fighting straw. Because you know what? There really wasn't even, the weight classes weren't even defined back then. So you had to take all comers. You had to take whoever could give you a fight. And so when you look at a person like Julie Kedzie, who had to fight a lot of people bigger than her, okay? I mean, you got people in there weighing their damn near 155, but the weight classes, okay, they didn't have, so they had to fight bigger people.
And bantamweight still isn't evolving. Bantamweight was bad back then. It's bad now.
You just
Featherweight was
wait a
bad
minute.
back
You
then,
just
and it's bad
dude.
now.
So now you said
And
it's
you know, but you know
evolving.
why
said it
I
hadn't
say that
evolved.
bantamweight.
No, man, stop.
You know
stop.
why I
you
say
got
that
people like
bantamweight-
Valentina in there. You got people like Amanda
Valentina's
Nunes.
great
They the
because
two
she's good at
best.
everything.
They the two best
The
in the world. They the two
The
best in the
reason
world.
that
There's
bantamweight
nothing you
division
can say.
sucks, and the reason that featherweight division sucks, you know
Nah,
why?
Come on, man.
But do you
Cut
know
it
why?
out. Cut it
Because the majority
Cut
of
it
these women at bantamweight and featherweight are only good at one or two things. Valentina is great at everything.
Okay.
Amanda Nunes is great at everything.
Amanda
Cris
Nunes.
Cyborg is also great at everything.
Mhm.
And that's about it, really, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. You got several fighters that's good at a lot of things. You got several fighters that is.
I mean, Mary Renault is just starting to get better. She's now starting to get good, yeah.
Her striking has gotten better. Her BJJ
Yes, her
is
stricking's
almost.
gotten better.
I think
Her
BJJ
BJJ's always
is
been great.
probably
Her grappling's always
It
been
ain't
great.
always been great. It's not. Come on, man.
Her BJJ has been great. It was great 3 years ago, in
No,
my
it wasn't.
opinion.
No, it wasn't. It
Yes,
was
it
okay.
was.
It was decent. It was decent.
Okay.
But she ain't have a
Okay.
black belt then. She didn't have a black belt 3 years
But
ago.
even without the black belt back
Nah,
then,
it was decent.
Her BJJ
But it was
really
decent.
good.
It was decent. But she got less holes than she do now in her game.
Okay.
A lot less holes. Okay.
And Sarah McMahon still sucks.
Well, Sarah McMahon is good. When she was in her prime, she didn't. When she was
She
actually in
did
her
suck
prime,
back then. She was bad.
No, she did. Come on,
Wait,
man.
let
You
me
can't
just-
say that about
Sarah
somebody
McMahon-
who was winning, man.
And
You
she
can't
was
say-
bad. Sarah
you
McMahon
can't-
was bad.
And she still managed to win
Sarah
against
right
top
now is
competition.
Whip Baby.
Come
No,
on,
top-
dog.
no.
Come on,
You
dog.
might as well
Stop.
say she's not even
Stop.
in
You
this
can't even
anymore.
define any of that as top
Ketlin
competition.
Vieira is well-rounded. Ketlin Vieira is well-rounded. Come on, man.
No, her striking is pretty bad.
No,
but her
no,
grappling is good.
no.
Her grappling
no.
is good.
Cut that
Her
out.
grappling, her jiu-jitsu, yeah,
Nope.
that's good. But her striking, it's whatever. But Caitlin could get better. She's capable of it.
She's
But
very
this is
well-rounded.
why
You don't go
in
up the
women's
rankings,
MMA
and you don't go up the rankings, and you don't get to that number one contender spot or number two contender spot. Just being terrible. You got to know how to do some things.
But she's
okay?
mostly fought trashy fighters. That's the
No,
thing.
man, come on.
Kat Zingano
Nah,
isn't.
Stop.
Kat Zingano
Oh goodness.
is,
So
has not
everybody. So
gotten better.
basically,
Kat Zingano
everybody,
is not
everybody's.
getting better.
Trust me. So everybody to you is a trashy fighter. Even though this girl 10-0. Okay.
No,
and she young.
bantamweight and featherweight.
Hold on.
I think
she
the
young.
majority of the
She
women's
young.
fighters at
Stop.
bantamweight and
She
featherweight
young
are
and
really
she
bad.
10-0. She young and she 10-0. Okay. Okay. I
Who,
guess.
Caitlin?
Money Daddy.
Yeah, against scrubs.
I like
Yeah,
this.
she's 10-0 against relatively
Kelly
average
for Schultz is a
competition.
scrub too. Yeah. Okay. Kelly for Schultz ain't a scrub.
Gentlemen,
She
But you
good.
see, this is
Gentlemen,
why
can we move
this
on?
is why
It's a
I
good
love
debate.
strawweight. This is why I love strawweight
Yeah.
because
Okay.
strawweight is the best women's division in the world. Because in the top 10,
That's why Jessica
almost
Andrade.
all those women.
That's why
almost
Jessica
all those
Andrade had to
women
go
are
back
good
to
at everything.
strawweight, right? Because she was getting beat in bantamweight. That's why she had to go back to
That's
strawweight,
because
right?
she was small. That's because she was small. You can't
Stop
compare
it!
that.
Stop it! Stop
can't
it,
compare that.
son!
You can't compare that.
Oh God Almighty, son!
You
cut
can't
it out.
compare that, sir.
Cut it out. That's why Jessica
Sir,
Andrade
you cannot
went
compare
back,
that.
man.
Oh, Jessica was getting. Yes, she was
Jessica
losing
was
at
getting her ass
bantamweight. That's
whooped,
because
man.
she
Hey,
walked
man.
around at 136.
Oh dear.
She walked around
Jesus.
137.
Jesus, Jessica Andrade is too big for strawweight. I'm not trying to hear that crap either. Look, Jessica Andrade.
But she's too small for
Nah,
bantamweight. So
nah.
Jessica should fight at flyweight.
Nah, well, it's whatever.
Yes.
Jessica a big girl. Jessica a big size girl.
This
Man,
is
look.
why I'm a
And then-
big
and then
fan of
see,
the
look.
flyweight division.
And look, the flyweight, are you talking? Now, if you want to talk about ain't no talent in that division, God,
Okay.
dog, son, you done lost your mind.
Maybe right
Glory to
now.
God,
But you know
glory
what?
to God.
Flyweight has the best. Flyweight has the most potential.
They got the most
Flyweight has the
nobodies.
most potential
They got
to
the
become,
most nobodies
to
out of all
become
the
the
divisions.
best women's division in the world next to strawweight. And strawweight is awesome.
Oh, Lord.
Atomweight could be a great division too because the majority of women at atomweight are really good at everything. And it's the same as strawweight. But bantamweight and featherweight, come on, man.
No,
Those divisions
stop
are
it, man.
bad.
Stop.
They've been bad for a long time.
No,
and they
they
just
not.
haven't been getting better.
No, see, you don't know the featherweight fighters. That's your problem. I already know.
Okay.
I already know. You don't even know enough of them. So for you to even make that statement,
Okay,
you got to
you're right.
actually know the
My
fighters.
my sources.
Oh, Lord.
My sources for
Glory to God.
featherweight being bad is Invicta, Bellator, and that's it. You're right. But that division, this
But
is
do
the
you
thing.
know-
when you
but
look
do
at
you know-
Bellator, you
My
look at
sheer
Invicta,
dog.
Do
the
you
divisions
know-
are really
but
bad.
do you
It's
know
still
the top
bad.
15 in the world? Because you can't make a statement. You can't judge anybody. Okay, you can't judge anybody's
They're
technique
bad,
if
bro.
you don't know.
At least in Bellator and
Dude,
Invicta.
you don't
and look
know.
at Megan
You
Anderson.
don't
You
know.
saw how bad she was against Holly Holm? She made Holly Holm look like Daniel Cormier.
Bellator. See, hey, we're talking about some of the fighters that are not in Bellator, that are not in Invicta, that are not signed. Some of the best in the world that you, my friend, don't know about. You don't know
Okay.
them. They have yet to be
Okay.
signed yet, but they will be signed eventually. So listen, man, listen. Before you make a blanket statement, man, you got to do your research on the fighters. You got to understand what the fighters do well and what they don't do well in the featherweight division. The featherweight division, when they sign all the talent, that's going to be the best. That's going to be the most stacked division on God's green earth. And I'm telling you,
it's going to be a bad division for a long time. It's always going to be bad.
I mean, you got fighters
it's been bad for a long time
you
now.
got fighters like Leah Letson rolling up in the building. Man, come on.
Boy.
Stop it.
Okay, fine.
Young talent.
If you want to be a Leah Letson fan, that's great.
That's
if you
fine.
want to be a Leah Letson fan,
I ain't say being a fan. I'm talking about what the kid can do. What the kid can do. And if you're telling me that Leah Letson, you know, in a top prospect, then I know you don't know nothing about fighting. I know you don't.
She probably is, but
probably.
I mean, come on, that's the top prospect.
Probably.
That's the top prospect?
No, that's not the top prospect. I said that's one of the prospects. Man, there are 15 different prospects, okay? There are 15.
And they're all going to get washed by Cyborg.
That's fine, but that don't mean the division.
Only way the featherweight division can
Cyborg
look
is
good
on a whole
is
nother
if
level.
Cyborg leaves.
Cyborg is on a whole nother level, and most of those featherweights can actually beat out opponents of equal caliber to the darn strawweights that you love so much. They could, because they're that good.
I disagree with that.
They're that good, man. Come on, stop,
I disagree with that.
Stop.
I disagree with that.
Ain't no,
Jermaine.
And it's been
Jermaine Tweet is terrible.
It's been
and Megan Anderson is terrible too.
But see, that's not who I'm talking about. See, I need you to slow your roll. That ain't who I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm talking about fighters like Felicia Spencer. I'm talking about fighters like King Reina. Okay, they're tough, durable fighters. They got.
Do they have
sets.
more than 10 fights?
Whoa,
like, do each of them have more than 10 fights?
King Reina got 8. She coming up on 2. Stop.
Oh God.
Hold on.
Okay, fine.
Hold on. There it is. There it is. Okay. We can go ahead. We can go ahead and move. You know, I like debate. I can debate all day.
No, but, this is fine. This is fun. I'm not even like.
I can debate all day. I can go all day. I love
this is just fun for me.
Because, you know, I'm just.
I mean, like I said, I love women's MMA, but you know, it's just.
But it's
just not a lot of consequence for bad striking.
Okay. Then,
and bad mistakes.
Well, you know, we got a women's fighter in the chat. I mean, I don't think she's gonna agree that women's MMA that they're not evolving and it's trash. I don't think she's gonna agree.
No, I said Well, I said 2 divisions are trash.
Oh, God.
And a good portion of the fighters, yeah. But you know what? Men's MMA used to be trash. 20 years ago, it was terrible.
20 years ago.
Now it's great. 20 years ago, men's MMA was bad.
He didn't win a debate. Okay, you just agree with it's somebody you like.
Wait, who's agreeing with me?
Nah.
Wait, who's agreeing with me?
Yeah, interest. You just agree because he's talking about fighters you like. So
well, if he agrees with me, then I win. I'm joking.
Nah, not really. A debate.
I'm joking.
Facts.
I don't like. Look, I'm just having fun. It's like, look, if you're right, you're right. If I'm wrong, I don't really care. But the point is that men's MMA 20 years ago used to be very trash. 15 years ago, it was starting to get better. Now it's a great sport. It really is great. Women's MMA is evolving, but it's evolving slowly. And for me, it's not really evolving for women's bantamweight and featherweight. Those divisions are just stale.
No,
they're dry divisions.
They're not.
And,
the fighters,
and in men's MMA,
see, hey,
even in men's MMA,
how can you make an assessment?
Hold on.
How can you make an assessment? How can you make an assessment, man, when you don't even know half the fighters?
Even in men's MMA, at least 2 divisions are very dry. At least 2 divisions in men's MMA are very dry. Well, 3 actually.
But there are many more divisions in men's MMA, though, Brian. There are a lot more divisions.
Men's flyweight, light heavyweight, and heavyweight. Those divisions are very dry. In women's MMA, yeah, bantamweight and featherweight is pretty bad.
There are only 4 divisions in women's MMA.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be 5 pretty soon. Right now it's 4.
There are only 4 divisions. Brian, you can't make a blanket statement about that the division is trash when you don't even know half the fighters in, bro. Like you don't even know. You don't even know.
And a lot of them don't have a lot of experience. You're naming fighters that don't have a lot of experience.
King Reina don't? Yes, she do. Yes, she does.
And you're going to be naming fighters that are not on Cyborg's skill level. I mean, it's women's featherweight is not going to. It's not.
That's not.
It hasn't been a good division.
I said
like
Cyborg.
Ever.
I said Cyborg is the cream of the division. That's what I said. I said that there are levels to this. Okay. I said that there are true levels to this, and I said that Cyborg is at the top of the levels. I said, but there are fighters that are very skillful. Okay. Just because a fighter is not on Cyborg's level, that don't mean they're skillful. That don't mean that they're not skillful.
I think women's featherweight will always be worse than women's flyweight and worse than strawweight.
But you don't know the fighter's skill set, Brian. You can't. Okay, you just can't.
All right. Well,
can't.
show me a video of these unknown fighters who have fought unknown fighters, and I'll see if they're good or not.
Bruh, I done made countless videos on it. Where you been, man?
Yeah, I can look at their records and see who they fought, and you know,
Blinko.
I can make an assessment on that. But still,
come on, man. I mean, I can just keep going on with the list, man. I can keep going on with the list of these fighters, man. That these fighters are skilled. They skilled, man. You just don't know they skilled because you don't know them.
They might be skilled to you, but they're really not.
Okay.
I mean, but what do you define as skilled? What do you define as skilled?
Hey, Brian.
Are you defining skill as in they're good at one or two things, or that they've beaten good opponents?
Brian, I want to ask you something. Have you ever stepped into a boxing ring? Do you know how to throw a jab from the proper angle? Do you know how to throw a jab versus a taller person? Do you know how to throw a jab versus a person that's much shorter than you? Do you know how to gauge distance? Okay, do you understand it? Do you understand which side to rotate to? Okay, when you're getting hit to death. Do you know how to get
I'm learning that right now.
No, that ain't what I asked. I said this is a yes/no question.
Okay, no, for most, I think.
Okay, do you understand? Okay, do you understand how to check a leg kick? Do you understand how to block a kick to the body? Do you know what you do when you're in the center of the octagon? Do you understand how to get out of the Kimura? Do you know how to get out of a rear naked choke? Because if you're telling me no to any of this, you can't possibly tell me about skill set. I mean, you can't tell me about that. I'm just saying. I'm asking a question. If you can't even throw a jab, if you don't even know what a good jab look like, then
I know what a good jab looks like. I do train on that, yes.
Okay.
But the rear naked choke and checking kicks, no.
Okay.
But the jab, punches, yeah.
Well, you know, jabs and punches, that's just part of MMA, right? That's not the complete set, right?
Yeah, I don't train in MMA.
Okay. So I got to ask you, so if they trash and you don't know about the other things, then how can they be trash?
I'm just saying they're trash because they just look terrible at what they're doing.
Okay, so you don't even know what's good or bad. So you don't even know what's good or bad, right? You don't even know what's good or bad.
I know what good or bad striking is. Striking is bad.
That's not MMA, Brian.
it's pretty bad. and BJ, and this thing is like the same with Marion Renault. I mean, Marion Renault is good, but she's mostly great at BJJ and grappling.
Really?
I mean, I understand in MMA you have to be good at everything.
Her submission
but in women's MMA, there's just no consequence for bad striking for the most part, at least at bantamweight and featherweight.
Her submission game.
But hey, I mean, if you want to think that featherweight's going to be the best division, go right ahead.
But see,
because it hasn't been the best division for
Brian,
8 years.
Brian, let me ask you the last question.
All right, go ahead.
Do you know how to feint to set somebody up for a head kick?
Nope. I don't train kicks. I tried taking a kickboxing class. I'm never doing that again.
Some of those top 15 fighters in the world, 6 of those fighters, you know what? They're masters at feinting a head kick. One of the fighters you said that was young, Leah Letson, is a master of that. I mean, I'm just trying to tell you. I'm breaking it down to you because I'm trying to get you to understand. I'm trying to get you to understand.
Okay.
But, okay. But, you know.
But that division is never going to evolve unless Cris Cyborg leaves. And even when she does leave, I don't see that division getting good.
I think you just
I don't see it getting good.
I think you're just saying it now because honestly, man, I think you're just saying it now. So, you know.
The division was bad in Invicta when Cyborg was there.
Right.
I mean, come on. This isn't just me saying it.
But you said
there's historical precedence for this.
Okay, we're going to end it. But you said that the only thing that you understand is how to, throw simple strikes. Hey, okay, let's get into the mind of striking then. Okay, how about this? Okay, since they suck so bad, do you know what range to throw an uppercut from when a person is less than 6 feet? Because you throw it differently, right?
Yeah.
Okay, explain.
I can't really explain that. No, I'm serious. I actually can't really explain that.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
I tell you this, so I can do it better than Betch Korea. I mean, she throws the worst uppercuts I've ever seen in my life, but that's just me. Although not as bad as Daniel Kelly. That's a lot worse.
I'm gonna do my Kevin Hart. Are we done? Are we done now? Are we done? Are we done? Okay.
Okay. Debates, man. Debates, man. Debates are fun, guys. Y'all not used to them. I did this all the time with boxing. Okay, guys.
I'm having fun. I'm just having fun. I'm having a good time.
Okay,
it's been so long since I've done this. I mean, it's been so long.
Well, we did it like maybe 5 times ago when you was on here. We did it. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's move on, guys. Okay, real quick.
Yes.
Let's give out smoke. It's time to give out smoke.
All right.
Oh, who we're calling out? Who we're smoking out?
Okay. We got to start with Guitar. Oh, wait a minute. Guitar Babe done left us, man. God, dog. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to do that to her.
That was my fault.
Oh, Guitar Babe. She in.
I'm still here.
All right. Yeah, let's start with Mary and Guitar because George, let's everybody mute, man, because we've been kind of over talking them. I'm sorry, ladies. I apologize. I didn't mean to overtalk y'all. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's all right.
Okay.
Mary, I don't know if Mary gonna forgive me.
I was chilling with everybody in the comment section for a little bit.
Mary,
After a
I'm
while, I
sorry,
took my
man.
headphones
Sorry.
off.
Okay. So Mary,
I'm glad somebody agrees with me.
Do arm curls in my living room while you guys go at it.
okay. So hey, are you guys
Okay.
ready? Okay, let's
I was
go,
thinking
Mary.
about
No, we got to start with Mary, man, because we've been over talking them for the whole most of the broadcast. So all right, y'all, let's mute yourself. All right, Mary, let's get it.
Okay, what is it? A smoker out thing?
Let's go.
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess
I'm
smoke.
sorry, you guys are just breaking up a bit. I don't know if it's my signal or anything, but yeah, yeah, we've got to smoke out the star of our show, smoke her out, Nicco Montano, and fucking Jermaine Duranamy and all the duckers. Okay, you can only duck for so long. When you duck too long, you'll meet a hawk. I'm just kidding. You see what I did there? Just ducking hawk. But yeah, I mean, honestly, she says she's gonna fight Valentina. Let's get it on. Okay, I'm gonna hold it to her, and I'm gonna look and see what she's gonna do, and I'm gonna ask her, did your foot help you in any way at all in that fight? I mean, that foot, I mean, it seemed as if that was like the entire skill set of yours. So, did your foot help you the entire time? Because it didn't look like you needed to use it against her. Period. I'm gonna watch her. I'm gonna tell her right when she's holding that ice bag to her face, to her eye, and she's gonna be looking at me like, um. But honestly, yeah, I'm just gonna ask her a whole bunch of dicky questions, and then I'll ask her like a genuine question, like, okay, so where do you see yourself going from here?
God, dog. Mary, you use like 5 one-liners in a row. God, dog. Man, Mary's an expert. All right, family, Guitar Babe. Gotta hear from you.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll smoke out Nicco Montano. I mean, she said she's ready to fight Valentina, and and the problem is, does anybody really believe her? Well, half the people probably don't even believe her because she's blocked so many people. So how do people know what's going on with her? And so, Nicco Montano, she's done a terrible job of promoting herself as a champion. Like, nobody knows who she is. When I'm on Facebook, people are like, I didn't even know there was a flyweight champ. I'm like, is there a flyweight champ? I didn't know there was a flyweight champ. They're like, I see people like, who's the flyweight champ in the UFC? Who's the women's flyweight champ? Nobody knows who she is because she's not talking to anybody. So, yeah. And she talks about wanting, and I don't know. I don't know if she talked about maybe wanting to be on a big pay-per-view card. I'm like, well, that's not going to happen when nobody knows who the hell you are. You're hiding on the island, nobody knows who you are. Like, she needs to do a better job of promoting herself and conducting herself as a champion, because it seems like any person I have a conversation with, they don't even know who the flyweight champ is. They didn't even know there was a flyweight champ. But yeah, that's my thoughts. She needs to do a better job of promoting herself, because nobody even knows who the hell she is.
God, dog. God, dog.
Guys,
Mary, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry. No, I think there's another person that I want to smoke out tonight besides Montano. I think I need to smoke out Amanda Nunes. How in the world is she going to explain her flip-flopping? She called out Chris Cyborg twice, thrice. Cyborg said no. Then when Cyborg says yes, all of a sudden she finds interest in fighting Rocky. Then afterward, right after she's done fighting Rocky, because she knows she got to fight Cyborg someday, she's talking about how her foot hurts. But all of a sudden, she knows who she's going to fight before her foot is even healed. And it's not Cyborg. Amanda, how the fuck are you going to explain this? You cannot run. You cannot hide. You, Nicco, and Jermaine Durano, all of y'all under that same rock under there, under the duck and rock. Y'all cannot hide. We're flipping that rock and we gonna find you and your time is coming. Tickety talk, okay? She's not running from this. Like, you're not just gonna wiggle out of this so easily. You and Megan and everybody else. Like, I'm real sick and tired of these fucking duckers. I'm sick and tired of these people when they call out a person that they know they should fight, they know is a hard fight and everything, then don't do it. How the hell did Holly Holm get in the middle of this? Where did Holly Holm come from? Okay, she hasn't fought a bantamweight contender for the contendership to get a title shot, and all of a sudden she's fighting you, and you called out Cyborg multiple times when Cyborg told you no. Now you're supposed to fight Cyborg. Your foot is in the way again. I'm seeing a trend here. Apparently, and anybody that you know is going to be a hard fight, just say your foot hurts and give it some time. Oh, give me some time, my foot hurt. Apparently, your foot is just a completely liable excuse for your outage, But all of a sudden, before your foot even heals, okay, you know who you're gonna fight, and it ain't Cyborg. It ain't the woman that you were calling out so many times last year. That is bullshit. That's what it's called. And it's like, you can't just do that and then not fight anybody. That's a waste of people's time. That's a waste of people's time. It's a waste of promotion. Okay, it's a waste of energy because we wanted to see this. And you baited us, okay? You play us for a fool. And you're supposed to fight your quote-unquote Brazilian sister, all this bullshit. And now you're going to fight this lady here that doesn't even deserve so many title shots in a row. It's ridiculous how this all plays out. And Dana White is just eating all this bullshit up because he really does not give a fuck. He does not care too much about the women's weight section to really set things straight. It really is starting to look like boxing all over. Like, it's just complete boulder dash. Like, it's just so absurd and unfair to the fan base. Dana knows who we want to see and everything, but we only get the fights we want to see when it's according to these doll-faced females that he wants to put on the cover of his posters. That's the only time where we really get to see. He knows damn fucking well what we want to see. But it's just, it's got to play within his money business, He could care less. Like, it just has to fit both. If it ain't fitting his money, it ain't happening. That's really what it is. And honestly, that's just something about that's really got to change. I'm done.
Oh, folks, boy, Mary tried.
Can I say one more thing with Amanda Nunes? I want to know why if your foot's truly that injured, you wouldn't be out riding a damn bicycle if your foot's truly that injured. Sorry. God, your foot has to be badly injured if you're going to be out 6 months. You wouldn't be out riding a damn bicycle.
God, no. Yes. Look what you did, Mary. Yes. Mary, look what you did. Look what you did to Guitar Babe. Mary, you did this.
You shouldn't be sorry.
It was your ride that did this. Coach, you ride did this. Mary, you made a bloodborne. They want to start up.
Mary done turned out. God, dog, Mary, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. But boy, that was beautiful. God, dog, Guitar Babe went in. And she normally the calm one between all of us. Oh, man. Boy, this has been a good live stream. Okay, my man Dennis Espinoza.
Well, I think Mary about covered it. I don't think I can improve on that.
He got a picture of Gabby Garcia.
That's Gabby Garcia.
She's decent looking.
Oh.
I wouldn't say she's not no sexy.
She wasn't bad looking. Then she became that.
She became the Hulk.
She's like, wow.
I can't approve of what Mary said. You know, Noon's.
He's obsessed.
I want Cyborg. Then, well, I don't set up my own fights. It's just childish. So it's all BS. Holly's. I do agree with Mary as far as Holly and Noon's fight not being as easy for Noon's as most people think. I think that'll be a little different. I think that'll be an interesting fight actually. Clash of different styles. Holly's stand-up was exposed by Megan, and that she didn't have the aptitude to be able to deal with a fighter that was a little taller than her. It's going to be a little different. Nunes won't have that advantage, and so it'll be interesting to see. But again, I agree with Mary. It's not going to be as easy for Nunes as people think.
Okay, all right. Dennis said it. Okay, Brian Jensen.
Well, I agree with Mary and Guitar Babe. I mean, Amanda Nunes saying her foot is hurt. It's like, it's a lot of BS. Amanda Nunes is scared. She's scared of Cris Cyborg. She's scared of a real challenge. And I guess I also want to smoke out Megan Anderson for being a horrible fighter. She's terrible. Her wrestling is terrible. Her takedown defense is the worst I've ever seen in my life. She made Holly Holm look like Daniel Cormier, which is shocking and hilarious.
Her striking is good, though. I think Megan's striking is okay. I don't think she sucks at striking.
Worst takedown defense ever, at least that I've seen recently. And Nicco Montano says she wants to fight Valentina in September. I hope she's telling the truth. I hope she'll sign the contract. If she doesn't, well, then we know what's going to happen here on YouTube. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. But yeah, I can't capitalize too hard on what Mary was saying. That was hilarious. That was just so funny.
Yeah. You know what, Brian? I don't think she got horrible striking, but I agree with you, man. Her takedown defense, man. If Holly Holm taking you down, it really is a problem because that's Holly's game. She's always had that level of takedown. She's always had that.
Smoking out.
Oh, go ahead. Who you
smoking out? The Megan Anderson simps. Smoking out the Megan Anderson fanboys. Her fanboys are the biggest fucking idiots on the internet. They're oh my God. Her fans. I went on Twitter and I was just like, "What? How are you going to explain this? You're saying that Megan Anderson is going to beat Cris Cyborg and knock her out? She can't even defend a takedown against Holly Holm. Oh my God! Holly Holm took her down and did ground and pound. Ground and pound. This is the worst I'd ever seen, but it was hilarious.
Megan's supposed to be
Anderson
a purple
sucks.
belt in BJJ.
Purple belt? No, she's a lighter shade. She's a lighter shade of purple.
She's a green belt. I think she's still a white belt.
She's a lavender belt.
Isn't Holly a blue belt? Oh God,
okay. Something like that.
Hey guys,
it's so terrible.
So we'll finish off, but Brittany Wright, the F-bombs are falling tonight. Oh guys, we gotta curtail them. I know Mary tried. She tried hard. I mean, Mary, you were doing a good job too. And then I don't know, man. She just got going. Like I just think we had a relapse. But definitely next time though, we'll tighten it up on that because, yeah, we'll tighten up. No worries. And then Guitar Babe, she was just she was mad. She was pissed off. So, okay, George, let's go, George. Let's get it. Let's get into this.
Me? Okay.
Yeah, it's your go.
Okay. All right. I'm in Kevin Hart mode right now. Okay. I'm gonna smoke out. I know you don't like me to talk about her. I know you don't like her. I'm not gonna use no F-bombs because I want to be clean for Brittany. GDR Jermaine Duranamy. Where are you? Why are you hiding? Why did you pull a page out of Riddick Bowe's book and throw away your title? You have not fought in almost a year. I know your hand's healed by now. Fight either Tanya Everger, fight Yana. You should fight either Marion or Catlin. They're waiting. I mean, what is your problem? Are you that scared of taking an ass whooping? are you, you know, you're supposed to be a cop. You should have some bravery. You should have some, like I said, you should have some testicle fortitude. But do you have a yellow streak? I mean, you're contracted. What, you know, what are you doing? And then somebody put in a full-time MMA put about how she fought a man. The guy she fought was a nobody. He wasn't a real fighter.
He was actually a news reporter that he was talking junk,
Yeah,
talking trash, and
yeah.
so he challenged her in
A
the ring.
box.
Yeah, he challenged her to a
Yeah,
boxing match.
yeah, yeah. And another, this was a few years ago. If you remember, Regina Hemrick, she fought this actor. He was a German actor. They fought. He wasn't much of a fight. But Lucina Rocca fought a guy who was who's a Muay Thai fighter. She got knocked out. They do these every so often. Like, you know, there was a few years ago, a female boxer. I forgot her name. She was Irish. She fought this little Chinese guy who used to be a jockey. They don't ever put no woman against a real guy with a real boxing. You can put a woman against a guy who's an amateur, and she'll get beat. Even the same weight, same experience, she'll get beat. But like I said, you know, Jermaine Durant, she fought a guy who was he probably took like maybe 3 or 4 months worth of training. But if she fought somebody at her level, she would have got knocked out in the first or second round. But to say this again, Jermaine Durant, come from under your rock, you know, put on your big girl panties and fight. You know, you were a champion. And it's sad that you just, instead of, you know, just taking take a belt from the board, you want to run away. You put a, you know, like when Riddick Bowe gave his title, he went back to Marine Corps. She gave her title, she probably went back to walking the beat back in her country. And, you know, like I said again, she's probably somewhere undercover as a hooker. I mean, you don't have to be a pretty hooker, you know. Hey, there's an old saying like say, hey, yeah, she might be $10, but she does the job. That's it.
God, dog.
George,
He said
George,
she a
you know
hooker,
what I think
and
it
not the
is?
expensive kind.
George, I think after she got TKO'd by Amanda, she was probably like, "F this. I ain't touching no more of y'all Brazilian broads ever again." I think she's just running from the Brazilians.
Hey, there's a
Yeah.
guy in the comment thread. He said he got Jermaine's phone number. Should I text her? Yeah, go on and text her. What the hell is
Yeah.
Jermaine gonna do? Look, Jermaine can
Yeah.
come in live. I'll send Jermaine a link and she'll get this work. Okay? I mean,
Yeah.
Jermaine will get this work.
Yeah, come on.
We
You
ain't
say
you.
something,
We
you
ain't
know.
afraid. We ain't nobody afraid of no god doggone Jermaine.
Yeah.
Tell Jermaine come on up
Yeah.
in here. You know, I,
Like I
I,
said, like I said, she could have, like I said, if she want to fight Cyborg, she could have still be fighting. There's Tanya Everture, there's Yana, there's Megan. You know, she could have fought Amanda again if she wanted to. I mean, it tells me something about a fighter that you don't have. You're in the sport, or you're undefeated in Muay Thai, but who are you fighting back in Muay Thai? That's the
oh
question.
no, whoa
But
no.
you,
Okay, now she was fighting some
Whoa.
good. Now, yeah, she undefeated, man. She was fighting some live bodies, man. Jermaine, that Muay Thai and
yeah,
kickboxing, and really it's more Dutch kickboxing. But yo, yeah, Jermaine fought some pretty good competition, man.
but but,
She a
but
beast,
still like
man.
this now, she's a beast. But then the beast is in the cage and scared. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you Muay Thai is one thing, but you come in here and you decide, oh, you know what? Here comes Cyborg. You know, if she fought Cyborg, if Cyborg challenged her to a Muay
See,
Thai fight, you think she had the guts to fight her?
yeah, she
Yeah,
probably would. She would,
yeah,
and she
she
probably
would take
win.
that fight.
She probably win a Muay Thai fight.
Yeah,
See,
I
it's
think Jermaine can win a Muay Thai fight against Cyborg because Cyborg, she doesn't seem to have the same type of power in her hands with 8-ounce gloves or 10-ounce gloves. So
she.
Jermaine would want to take a chance on that, but 4-ounce gloves, forget it.
It's just
Just
more
just
like
forget it.
it's more or less like a skill set. See now, just when it comes to
Yeah,
pure stand up, then Jermaine the random age, she's got the advantage, and she's gonna know how to pick Cyborg apart and how to do certain things to her. I think it'll be a competitive fight, but I think Jermaine wins that. Now if it's
yeah,
MMA, if it's inside of a cage, well Cyborg's gonna win that. She's gonna win that battle
yeah,
because now Jermaine she's got to worry about being taken down, so your stances are gonna be different. And also too Jermaine got to worry about just a variety of kicks, because when you're in a cage versus a ring, it's really a whole different atmosphere. So, I think Jermaine could beat her inside of
and it's
a
also
ring.
like that's what I was trying to tell people when Conor McGregor fought Mayweather. I was like Mayweather's going to win because he knows how to
box and knows how to hold his shoulders, his arms, and his stance in a boxing ring to deal with Conor. But also those 10-ounce gloves. When Conor McGregor said he wanted 8-ounce gloves, I'm like, he's not going to have the same type of power 8-ounce gloves, man. It's just because you have to throw punches differently with 8-ounce gloves and 10-ounce gloves. With 4-ounce gloves, it's totally different. You have to throw your punches differently with 4-ounce gloves and MMA differently from boxing. And it's the same with Muay Thai and kickboxing. If Jermaine fights Cris Cyborg in a 5-round Muay Thai fight, she'll know how to throw her kicks and her punches in ways to have the most effect. Like Cyborg, she's strong, but I remember I was seeing a Muay Thai fight with Cyborg. She fought this woman. It took her 3 rounds to knock her out. Now, this same woman, if it was in MMA, she would knock this woman out within the first three minutes, maybe the first 2 minutes in an MMA fight. But in Muay Thai, it's just a different thing. Like you have to throw your punches differently with 8-ounce and 10-ounce gloves, and you got to have a different stance.
How would Jermaine do against Bars?
I think Bars could win.
Yeah, it'll be a pretty good matchup. It'll be a pretty good matchup of the undefeated. But, you know, Bars is big. Bars is, you know, she walks around at about 170 pounds. And, you know, Jermaine probably walk around at about 155. And so Bars will come in with a weight advantage big time. So that's probably why they were never, you know, they live in the Netherlands, but that's probably a reason why they never fought each other, because of the size and the weight. Because, you know, Jermaine.
But hasn't Jermaine fought at 145?
Yeah, but she's a small 145. Like, she's actually small. Like, she can actually make the bantamweight living. Like, she makes that pretty good, and she don't have a whole lot of issues making it. Like, she don't have to spend like large amounts of time in the sauna, because mostly every fighter, large amounts of fighters, they have to spend time in the sauna to help make weight. But Jermaine really don't have to do it that much when she's cutting weight for bantamweight. And, you know, and at 145, you know, she's going to hydrate up to about like 155, which, you know, that's not a lot when you got Jarena coming in at like 165 and almost close to her walking around weight. So, yeah, man, that'll be a huge weight disadvantage, man.
Yeah, because I remember when Cyborg, when she was you know, when I watched that, man, said about earlier about the that episode of 360 with Cyborg, she was nearly killing herself. I mean, I'm seeing her crying, hollering. Tito Ortiz sat on the sides laughing like a fool, but she was dying, practically dying, trying to make weight to fight. Who she fought? Was it Leslie Smith? That was her first fight in the UFC.
Yeah, it was either Leslie Smith or Lena Landsberg. I think it might have been Smith or Landsberg. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
But okay.
And
I wanna end this off. Okay, George, you finished, bro? I'm gonna end it off with the ladies, man. I gotta end it off with them.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
All right, ladies. Y'all two are the last ones. We ain't saying nothing else. Y'all can take it out of here. Anything else you want to mention?
Guitar?
I don't really have anything else to add. I think we pretty much covered everything.
Okay. Mary Thomas. Girl, you got to take us home.
Okay. Well, everybody, stick and tune in for all this drama that's going on, because we got Nicco finally coming out from under that rock, calling Valentina out, only after Valentina had to trash her first. And we got Amanda Nunes, you know, playing this fighter triangle. Would she pick Cyborg? Would she pick Holly? Nobody knows, but it seems as if she's leaning towards Holly. Then we got, I guess we got JJ, you know, Delusional JJ. She's up with Tisha Torres and everything. People think she's gonna win. I mean, yeah, it's most likely, you know. So right now, I mean, all I'm doing right now is just sitting and I'm watching and I'm hoping, you know, all while having an outrage on the inside. But you know, I just don't feel it appropriate to let it out. Anyway, it's more like right now I'm just gonna sit and watch, and that's all I gotta do. Because right now I'm obviously not happy with most of the stuff that's going on, but right now I've just gotta sit and watch and try to put as much out there as I can. Besides just, I I just want to be educated. I just want to see fights that I know should happen. I just want every fighter to better themselves and really put their all into stuff and stop being little pussies. And that's all.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
Boy, she said it. She done said it. Boy, y'all got her fired up today. Y'all got her fired up, man. Well, hey guys. Well, you know, I definitely appreciate y'all, you know, taking time, because y'all don't have to stay in here. Y'all don't have to chat. Y'all grown people. Y'all got better things y'all could do, but y'all chose to, you know, hang out with, you know, me just, you know, raising hell, you know, or raising heaven, according to Brittany. You know, I appreciate y'all taking the time out, man. I appreciate y'all.
Y'all raising something.
You know.
Yeah, man, it's been good. This has been great.
Yeah, it's been
a lot of fun.
And guys, do me a favor, please. Brian Jensen does make videos. Go subscribe to his channel. Guitar Babe does make videos now. Subscribe to Guitar Babe 21. George Page has a video up. Okay, George Page has a video up, and he started. It's actually a good topic. It's non-fighting, so go check him out. You know, Mary Thomas, she's got some videos up. I looked through some of them, but it was like, oh, okay. I think she was just doing some stuff with her friends, but hopefully Mary Thomas will get it. We'll get one up there, and I can just look at it. Yeah, Mary Unfiltered Thomas. That's a good name. I like that, Keith. And shout out to the comment section. I see Keith Brown. I see the War Machine, Brittany Neiman, Dennis Espinoza. Oh, he's on the panel. Dennis Espinoza. I'm sorry, guys. Please, you know, subscribe to Dennis Espinoza. He'll put some video. Go ahead. Yes,
and
sir.
I look forward to Antonina fighting.
I do too. And
Antonina, we're going to be talking about that.
Dennis did not take the trip down the hall, because had he taken that trip down the hall, y'all was in trouble, okay? But he did not. He did not take the trip. And thank you to the comment section. TC Johnson, man, war hero. The War Machine, Brittany Neiman. I see Timmy Adams and Arpit Singh in the comment thread. I see, yeah, a lot of people. Yeah.
Full-time
MMA stopped by. That weird guy. I saw Zaman coming in, you know, picking on me. Timmy. Thank you guys, all you guys, for coming into the comment thread. Appreciate you guys.
You're welcome, sir.
Good night.
Good night.